Very brief. It's just hail to the thief.
Hail to the thief. Well done, Paul. Well done, all of you. We may have the most creative audience in all of talk radio and television. Thank you so much for that. I'll read the book so you don't have to, and I'll give you a full report. As I don't know about you, I've reached the point in my healthy living lifestyle, and also thanks to my wife, Meredith, who is very, very into supplements. I've reached the point in my life where I take a lot of supplements. But not everything that comes across my desk is going into my body. I want to know that it works, and I want to know that I can trust it. So rather than just tell you about Relief Factor, I want to tell you about the customers who have used Relief Factor, like Mark. Mark was in tears from his daily hand joint discomfort. Does that sound familiar? You get that crick in your knuckles sometimes, and it's like, where did that come from? And you got to massage it out. It's excruciating. Well, listen to this. Mark took Relief Factor, and 1 week later, he felt 50% better. Now, after being on Relief Factor for an extended period of time, he barely notices any pain at all. And he loves Relief Factor's customer service. He's so happy he's spreading the word to everyone. Mark's just one of many. I've told you that I've been taking a Relief Factor. I notice a difference. You should try it. It's just 3 weeks for $17.76. Go to relieffactor.com or 1-800-4-RELIEF.
It's time for Talktivities on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Do you have an item for Talktivities? Email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com.
Eastern New Mexico Medical Center has a stroke support group for stroke survivors, family members, and caregivers. Meetings are on the third Wednesday of every month from 4 to 5 p.m. at the ENMMC Senior Circle, 350 West Country Club Road in Roswell. The support group is free and open to the community. Light refreshments will be offered. New Mexico families now have free access to more than 50,000 digital books through Rally Reader New Mexico at rallyreadernewmexico.com. This New Mexico Public Education Department initiative helps students of all ages stay engaged in reading during the summer months. Reading just 20 minutes a day can make a big difference.
If you have an item for Talktivities, email it to calendar@pvbcradio.com. That's calendar@pvbcradio.com.
Roswell's home for talk radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm John Scott. The U.S. has reimposed a blockade on Iran after Tehran's attacks on ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
The U.S. Navy has restarted a blockade of Iranian ports. Now, this blockade is aimed at stopping Iran from getting its crude oil to the international market. And that's important because crude oil is a main driver of Iran's economy. Now, this comes as Iran has been attacking ships going through the Strait of Hormuz on a route that is hugging the coastline of Oman.
That's correspondent John Gambrell reporting from Dubai, United Arab Emirates. There's been another death during an encounter with immigration agents, this time in Florida. We get more from correspondent Jennifer King.
Authorities say a man running from federal officers in northeast Florida was struck and killed early Tuesday morning by a tractor trailer. The 28-year-old was among 4 occupants of a vehicle that stopped in the parking lot of a gas station and convenience store in St. Augustine. Police say that during the encounter with agents from ICE and Homeland Security investigations, the 4 fled on foot, with one darting across a busy road into the path of a semi-truck. Florida Highway Patrol spokesman Sergeant Dylan Bryan says the driver stopped and tried to render aid, but the man died at the scene. It marks the 3rd death in about a week involving encounters with ICE agents. I'm Jennifer King.
Heavy smoke from several orange wildfires blazing in Canada and Minnesota, expected to engulf large swaths of the Midwest and Northeast U.S. this week, exposing millions to dangerous air pollution. Minnesota officials issuing an air quality alert through Friday for areas including the Twin Cities metro area, Alexander, and 2 harbors. Officials in Michigan and New York also issuing air quality warnings. More on these stories from townhall.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-2085. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-2085 or biglou.com.
Top man at the State Department is speaking out. Laura Winters has the story.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio taking aim at the International Criminal Court, an institution that the U.S. has never recognized. In an op-ed piece in the Wall Street Journal, Rubio outlines his reasons we should dismantle it. The Secretary of State writing, most of us would struggle to imagine a world in which U.S. soldiers, police officers, Border Patrol agents, and elected leaders could be dragged before an international court, tried by judges from random countries across the globe, found guilty under international laws we neither consent to nor control, and then imprisoned thousands of miles from America.
Keir Starmer will answer questions from lawmakers in the House of Commons for the last time Wednesday before leaving office next week. On Monday, he steps down, handing over power to Andy Burnham. News and analysis at townhall.com. Voters in one of the most conservative states in the country will decide whether to roll back the state's abortion ban. Bernie Bennett with more.
Idaho officials informed supporters Monday that the measure would be added to the ballot. That makes it the fourth state where voters will directly decide abortion policy in November. In Missouri, a proposal would undo an amendment adopted 2 years ago that allowed abortion. In Nevada and Virginia, measures before voters would enshrine abortion rights in the state constitutions. Both places already allow abortion through at least 24 weeks of pregnancy. Abortion rights groups have prevailed in most ballot measure votes over the last 4 years. Bernie Bennett reporting.
And Subaru of America recalling over 500,000 Crosstrek, Forester, and Ascent vehicles in the U.S. because of an inaccurate label. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says the cars were made with the certification label that incorrectly states their gross axle weight rating. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy middle of the week, everybody. You made it right smack dab to Wednesday. So happy Wednesday.
Happy halfway day, happy hump day, whatever day you want to call it.
Yeah, got another one of those like yesterday today, weather-wise. Another sunny, low 90s. Yeah, 91 is what they're saying today.
I mean, it got towards the end of the day, like the 4 to 5 o'clock hours. Yeah. Those are the worst because that's like right when the sun is right on. Like you said last week, there's no angle you could be at where the sun's not
in your
burning.
Yeah, and I think I'm not a scientist, but I believe that is our hottest part of the day, is like the 4 or 5 o'clock hour. Generally, when you look at the highs for the day, it's usually around that time of the day.
It's not like that's the time that I'm almost always out doing things.
Right. Pretty much most of us. Yeah, it's kind of funny, this, and I've noticed, we, growing up in D.C., so I can't really say the word rush hour and Roswell in the same sentence. That does not really apply.
We have our own unique style of rush hour.
But that being said, it makes me laugh because right now, at 6 in the morning, this place is a ghost town. It starts picking up around 7 and gets, the morning move around.
The hullabaloo.
And then it's pretty quiet to about 9 o'clock. But if you get out between 11 and 11:30, you're good. But if you but from 11:45 to about 1:30, it's another rush hour situation downtown, trying to get up down Main Street, get eating there because everybody's doing the same thing.
Yep.
And then around 4 o'clock is when the afternoon bit goes, and peak is like 5 to 6. That's where it's generally the nuttiest. But by like 6:30, Main Street turns to ghost town.
Yeah, once again, we're just like, and that's the thing is Roswell's like, we have no nightlife. Well, get out there. There's places to go.
Yeah.
Do what we had a whole generation of people, and granted, we had a downtown Denny's.
Yeah.
But that downtown Denny's was the spot, man. That's where you went after like the bars closed. That's where you went after like, even if you were like, younger, like high school, college age, that's where you went after like the dances and stuff. And that was the spot once that turned into a museum, then a cafe, then another cafe, then another cafe, and now it's a Subway.
Well, and one could also think the bar nearby that many stumbled from is no longer with us either.
Most of them are, or some of them aren't. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, they're either not here anymore or
that's
not downtown. Yeah.
You don't usually stumble out of the V. You usually get taken away in either an ambulance or a cop car.
But if you do,
there's a group, and I can't remember if it was in like Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, and they go around to bars where people have left their cars overnight and decided to either take a cab or walk home, and they leave $5 like coffee, Starbucks gift cards.
Oh, that's
on the
nice of them.
Yeah, just like as a thank you for doing the right, making the right.
I thought
decision.
you were going to say, and they go steal them.
It's a charitable organization. It's like Cars for Kids, only.
I was like, is this in Albuquerque?
Which, by the way, I don't know if we ever even talked about that, but Cars for Kids got broke up recently.
Oh, did it?
It became a whole thing.
I missed all of that.
So it came out that Cars for Kids, the charity, wasn't like what they were doing was the profits they were making off of these car sales or whatever was going to a group that specifically paid for Jewish kids and parents to go to Israel, to like take trips to Israel and like.
Oh, so it was
like a whole, like everything got kind of pulled, and that had been like public information, but it sort of got like blown out over, and so they basically radio and TV banned the commercials.
Right.
So
why didn't they just say that from the get-go?
I mean,
it's not like it's a. I get it.
It's a divisive
kids,
issue, though.
But Cars for Kids is a charity, and if I'm doing my car thing, it's going to like kids that need medical care or something. Then yes, that's false. But in and of itself, if they started the organization and said, "Look, we're just trying to get Jewish families reunited," and that's not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why lie about that?
Yeah. No, I agree. But this is the world we find ourselves in.
Yeah.
That's a typically divisive issue. So we're not going to just come out and say it. So why not make the catchiest jingle ever?
But I think like Cars for Kids has been around since I was a kid. I don't think it was as controversial then.
It probably wasn't. It probably wasn't as much.
And
of a
it shouldn't be,
issue.
to be honest. I mean, this is the world we live in. Everybody's racist, and the problem is,
it's like you're not going to start singing again, are you? This is the world we live in.
I just don't get it. I don't think. Why lie about? I don't know.
Because lying is easier.
I think
lying
both are
gets
noble
stuff
organizations.
done.
That's all I'm saying. If that's your cause, fine. That's not. Now get it. If you're taking my cars and I'm thinking you're going to go give it like Shriner Kids or something, and it's going to that, I'm going to be a little salty.
All they ever said was, donate your car today. They never said to whom, to what.
Well, when the song says Cars for Kids, 1-800 Cars for Kids.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's a bit on the nose.
877. In case you do.
Whatever it is.
Anyways, the actual piece of newsworthy information I wanted to come in with this morning is, I don't know if you heard about this last night, but I woke up to this headline this morning. Bipartisan backing of a bill to make daylight savings time permanent.
Yeah, it passed the House.
It passed the House.
So now it goes to the Senate?
To the Senate, yeah.
All right, so this is the closest we've ever gotten.
The closest we've gotten to having one specific time.
And I am fully on board with this.
Somewhere Cliff Pirtle is just giddy.
Well, and the only reason I would not be on board with Cliff's version is because that's just adding another confusing stick to the woodpile. If the nation does it, and we're all on the same page, and I don't have to go from state to state going, what time is it?
It was pretty funny getting into the comments section because, of course, since we live in 2026 in the age of the internet, there's got to be naysayers to everything. So there were people talking about, peak sun time and how, like, the natural alignment with standard time, with noon having the sun directly in the middle of the. It's like, yeah, but that's not kind of how that works unless you're in that time zone.
So those people that come to me and say that, I'm like, I'm going to say, are you a farmer?
Exactly. Do you have a crop to deal with?
And if your answer is
it don't matter.
Not yes, then shut up.
So I am all for that. I think that and honestly, and I've said this before, whether it's this time, that time, just pick a time.
Exactly. Just make it so I don't have to twice a year go, it's that weekend, change your clocks. Oh, man. I'm tired of all that.
I love your stick-to-itiveness. My thing is, I hate that time of year where half the year my clock is just going to be wrong.
Well, in a world of modern times, 2/3 of my clocks change themselves.
Weirdly, not the one in my car. Like, of all the ones you think
that one
would
doesn't
do it,
either.
It's a computer I drive, so you think it would. Does yours?
I think this Jeep does.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, I stand corrected. I think this Jeep I've had now does change time automatically.
Okay.
My previous Jeeps and vehicles did not.
I always wonder when I see cars. It's usually fancier cars that have like analog clock, like a hands clock in it. Like, how much of a pain that must be to set back and forth. Because those are never pinpoint accurate.
Yeah.
It's you either like set it at the wrong time of the minute, and that usually gets you like 1 to 2 minutes off over the course of time.
It's kind of funny. We in our home when you come in, it's actually our side door, but it's the door we always come in. There's this green wall clock, and Kim's sister, gave it to us. I'm not sure if it was I don't think it was a wedding present, but it was like a early anniversary present or something we got years ago.
Sure.
And it's one of those. It's a pretty nice little clock, nothing fancy, but it's one of the nice wall clocks, decorative. But it's one of those ones that got the battery in the back, the AA battery, and you got the
dial.
And it's got the dial to make the hands go wherever it wants to, like all clocks used to be or whatever in that era. But I'm not gonna lie, at some point, and it's been in the last 8 years because since we've lived into this house. I think we just gave up that clock. It's literally just wall decoration anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't swapped a battery. I haven't changed that clock in years.
I've got one of those myself. It's just been 15 till 9 for I think 3 years now.
Yeah.
It's just it's deco.
And I'm thinking of I should get a battery and I have a battery. I was like, I should do that. Now I got to be honest. I don't know. I might open back there and there's a battery that corroded out so bad that there's no hope for that.
Now here's what you say when people are like that clock is not working. You say no, it's set to better times.
There it is.
Because when it stopped working, for better times.
There you go. Is our guest here?
I've not heard of it.
I don't know if I heard rustling. Nobody? Okay. Very good. All right. We'll give him a few more minutes and then we'll
I will say
other opciones.
I have obtained a little snack.
Okay.
I mentioned this to Mike earlier in the week, but I found a new Oreo variant.
That's right. This one, because now I'm not going to lie. when Oreo was doing flavors that were flavors, like watermelon or something, I'm like, okay, I got you. But now they've been doing like celebrity collaborations, and so it's the essence of these things. And so
I will say that the one that was the Post Malone one was scary until I tried it because he used cookie butter, and I have a quote that comes up yearly on my memories on Facebook, and it's, I refuse to believe that a world where I refuse to believe that we live in a world where cookie butter exists and love does not. And I think truer words were never stated, because that is the essence of true love. Cookie butter. It is the greatest spreadable creation that mankind hath ever brought.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever had cookie butter.
Oh, it's the best. It's like what they do is those Biscoff cookies, the shortbread cookie. Yeah, they take those.
Okay.
And they gooify them, and they turn them into spreadable, like peanut butter almost. And it's so good.
So is it?
It's technically the spiraloose is what the kind of cookie is.
So like your end game with it, would you put it on a sandwich?
Yes.
Like peanut butter and jelly?
Or on a knife and butter knife, and then spread it across your tongue.
Okay.
I mean, there's so many ways.
Or would you spread it on, like, say,
on a cracker or on a cookie if you want to get dirty with it?
Do people make cakes out of this or something?
Oh yeah.
Or the icing for the cake? Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know how I missed it, but
and it's sort of like has gone the way of, not the dodo necessarily, but kind of gone by the wayside. People don't really, but it had its heyday.
Right.
You know, there was a moment. It had its moment in the sun.
All right. Since we're on this subject, I'm going to ask, which is a stupid question, but I know there's people out there asking the same thing I am. Like, what technically is red velvet? Like, is it chocolate
It's
adjacent?
just chocolate with food coloring, basically.
Because,
That's
it don't taste quite like chocolate to me.
Well, because usually there's a cream cheese base to it.
Is that what it is? It's like a chocolate.
For the most part,
cheese?
when you have the frosting, I mean, not base, but the frosting.
Yeah.
The red velvet cake is just chocolate cake with that red dye, but the cream cheese is sort of what sets the red velvet cake off against. Okay. I mean, you could have a chocolate cake with cream cheese icing, and basically it'd be the same thing.
I guess I've had red velvet cake, and I don't know. I don't not hate it. It tasted good. I just don't. It don't taste chocolatey to me.
Right.
It's like, okay, maybe, but you did something to it. It ain't right.
It's chocolate. It's chocolate with just a touch of autism. Because it's got that red 40 in it.
Like I feel like it's the dog. Like, ooh, bread. This don't taste right. I feel like that's what red velvet is to me. Peanut butter. Wait a minute.
By the way, never before have I believed the whole American bread is cake argument.
Yeah.
Until I experienced Texas Roadhouse from the perspective of my daughter.
Yeah.
Where I gave her one of the rolls.
Yeah.
No butter, just the roll. And she took a bite. She's like her face was like blown. She's like, it's good. It's just way too sweet. I'm like, well, it was made to be sweet, but you're right. Our bread is cake, man.
Yeah. But it's kind of a bread, if we want to lump the term bread. But that's a roll. Mm-hmm. That's meant to be enjoyed by itself or with the butter. You know what I mean? But our bread that we put with sandwiches and all that, it ain't all like that.
Yeah, but but if you compared like our regular, I'm not gonna even say Wonder Bread, but like a Nature's Own, like a stone ground white,
right?
Okay, to like European bread, and I'm just talking about like bread that you've made, basically fresh bread. It's an insane difference.
Yeah. All I know is the world I live in today, I'm more confused about bread than I ever was, because my world and diabetes and then what's the right breads and this and that, and quite frankly, the ones that are like keto friendly are the most disgusting breads ever.
Oh, I agree 100%. Yeah. But here's the thing: the one takeaway that I had from the keto diet, from what I learned, is the glycemic index, and that is, I mean, I still to this day reference that there are certain things, certain sweeteners, certain places that are way lower on the glycemic index.
Yeah.
So like if you're talking about your artificial sweeteners, your erythritol, generally speaking, stevia, those are like 0 on the glycemic index. The highest you can get, white bread.
Interesting.
Is the highest glycemic index number. And it blew my mind when I found that out. It's like it's higher than table sugar.
Wow. I don't eat white bread like that anymore.
Oh God, I do. That's what got me off keto, man. I like 3 a.m, I would just be having like dreams of bread.
Actually, what I found for me is, to be honest, it's the butter bread. And it's the balance where it still tastes like bread and everything, but it doesn't hit you with the carbs,
right?
Like some of the others do. But it's not considered low carb bread. It's still like it's like a white bread is, I don't know, we'll say 20 grams of carb per slice or whatever it is. This one's about 12.
Okay.
So it's not so bad. Yeah.
Right. And then some of the. And I got out of keto before it got really mainstream, so I never really tried a lot of the. But you learn to make bread like 16 different ways when you're on keto, and 15 of those ways are god awful. Like the one that sticks out in my head is there was one that it's just specifically like it's cloud bread is what it's called, but it's made with egg whites. It's basically like a meringue, and it's the eggiest thing I've ever eaten in my entire life. Like it tastes like just all the wrong parts of egg. And people are like, you use this as bread? Oh yeah, all the time.
I feel like that's a country song on the way. You're all the wrong parts of egg.
All the wrong parts of egg. It's bad.
I don't think our guest is coming.
Yeah, I think we
unless they're hiding in there.
I think we got stood up.
All right. I'm gonna have to figure out an interview. I'll do that.
All right.
Let's do this. Well, let me do the rundown on the rest because the whole show's not shot yet. All right, pack it in, turn out the lights, we're going home. I guess our guest didn't come in, so we'll move on for this hour. We're going to pick a replay here in a minute. I'll figure it out. We are scheduled to have Superintendent of the Roswell Independent School District, Brian Luck, will join us next hour, give us an update on... it's been one of those weird months where it's like 6 Wednesdays or something, and it's like all goofy. But I believe this is the day he's coming. And then Gary Thrine with the Roswell Chamber will join us in the 9 o'clock hour, give us an update on events and things happening through the chamber. Very good. It is 7:24. Let's pause for weather and a quick commercial break, and then I'll come back on the other side and introduce an interview as soon as I powwow with Jocelyn here and figure that out. Don't go away. We're listening. You're listening. We're all listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Some sun and a few clouds today. A little bit of moist air getting in, so we could get a shower or thunderstorm in the midday and afternoon hours. Overnight, some clouds, and we're in the mid-60s. We'll have sunshine in the morning on Thursday, scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms, and we're looking at upper 80s. A little bit better chance of those afternoon storms popping up on Friday, upper 80s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Hey Roswell, celebrate America's 250th birthday with massive savings and more for your trade during the Red, White, and Blue Book sales event at Roswell Ford. Actually, we really don't need a blue book. We need your trade, and we need it right now. We'll do whatever it takes to terminate your current loan or lease, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. So you can upgrade to a new Ford or quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV and get massive savings with no payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. No payments for 90 days. Interest accrues from date of sale, subject to lender approval.
The summer heat in New Mexico can put extra stress on your heart. Artesia General Hospital and our cardiology experts remind families, protect your heart while traveling and spending time outdoors. Stay hydrated, avoid strenuous activity during the hottest hours, and never ignore symptoms like chest pain, shortness of breath, dizziness, or irregular heartbeat. Take medications as prescribed and keep them cool during travel. Dr. Luther Weathers, MD in Artesia, and Elizabeth Madison, ACNP in Carlsbad, specialize in comprehensive heart care, from high blood pressure and heart rhythm issues to preventive wellness. Don't wait until it's an emergency. Get checked and enjoy summer with peace of mind. For extra cardiology services close to home, trust Artesia General Hospital. Artesia General Hospital. Healthy summers start here with heart care you can count on.
Summer is here, and we're celebrating you. Join Plateau for the Customer Appreciation Summer Bash on July 17th from 10 to 3 at 3201 North Main in Roswell. Enjoy free snacks, music, and cool treats, plus hourly prize drawings during the event. Win camp chairs, an outdoor projector and screen, and even free internet service. It's our way of saying thank you for allowing us to serve the communities we proudly call home. Mark your calendar for July 17th and come celebrate 10 to 3 at 3201 North Main in Roswell with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted. When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air. Before you head back to class, head for Roswell Honda for the Back to School Bash. Saturday, July 18th from 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda. With free hot dogs and Pepsi products, snow cones, face painting, and great local booths and sponsors, including Dunes Brews, Tacos Pita, Sweetly Loved, Letty's Creations, and more. And register now for your chance to win a Back to School bundle. Either a laptop, desk, and chair, or a Back to School basket loaded with supplies. And ask how to sign up for free school supplies. The Back to School Bash. Saturday, July 18th from 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda. 2177 West 2nd.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. China has more English speakers than the United States. They have more Chinese speakers, too. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 7:29, and we're here in just a minute. As soon as we get all of our downloadings in a row, we're going to play an interview we had yesterday with some of the ladies, or 2 of the ladies, from the Roswell Community Little Theater. We have Beverly Coots, and we also had Alethea Hartwell join us, talking about their big Curtains Rising event that's happening on July 25th at the Liberty. And this is their unveiling of the upcoming season. It's their big fundraising event. They have a big silent auction, a live auction. They will, live entertainment, of course. They each year when they do their Curtains Rising event, they do a kind of a preview performance. This year, it's featuring Pony Espresso. So a little play on, Italian with the espresso, Pony Express. Wow, but it's a cool laugh out loud melodrama, and that they're going to be doing that performance as well. So that's going to be on the 25th. But then they're also having it's steampunk too, because they want you to come in steampunk costumes and all that. But you'll learn all that in the interview here. So, all right, looks like I'm getting the thumbs up from Jocelyn here. Here is our interview we had yesterday with the ladies from the Roswell Community Little Theater. Enjoy. In the studio this morning from the Roswell Community Little Theater, Alethea Hartwell and Beverly Coots back with us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Good. Actually, I'm enjoying the weather.
It's been nice.
If you're complaining about the weather right now, you're kind of sorry. This is like the best New Mexico is going to get in July right now.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? It's about as good as it gets. So, but that being said, this time of year, it's that summer this time, which is that time of year where you guys kind of unveil the upcoming theater season here.
Yes.
And you like to do it as a kind of a big shindig where you have a night of kind of a sneak preview with a performance, but then silent auctions and a great meal in the evening planned. And then we unveil what's on tap for the upcoming, I guess, be 2026-2027 season at the Community Little Theater.
That's right.
So good deal. But the event will be on the 25th here. And so kind of just it's all themed around the play here. So it's kind of a Western Pony Express type of themed event here.
Yeah, so it's a Western steampunk.
Yes.
So we kind of added that in. We worked it in.
So think of the movie Wild Wild West.
Exactly.
With Will Smith and Kevin Kline, and I can't remember who else was in it.
Yeah.
The old TV series.
Oh, yeah, the original TV series and movies is based off of. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
So.
Now there's a generation of people talking about the movie like it's ancient.
Right. I know, right.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's a while ago.
I just showed my age. Thank you.
Well, that's good. Well, I'm with you, because then people are like, that movie's like 25 years ago. It's like, shut your mouth.
Yeah. So anyway, it is a melodrama. The little play is a melodrama, so it's got a proper amount of cheese in it.
Gotcha. Cheese by design.
That's right. It's very fun.
If you don't groan, we didn't do our job.
Right. Exactly.
We have a professional groaner on in this
Perfect.
Yeah, but it's going to be a lot of fun. It's always such a great time at
Absolutely.
Curtains Rising, and so we've got live auction with some fabulous things. We've got a silent auction with some more fabulous things, and then of course great eats at the Liberty.
Absolutely. Yeah, it'll be a kind of like you said, a Pony Express. Think of Western thing, but we're going to make it a little nicer. Although some people are like, I'm just fine with beans on a metal plate, throw some brisket, I'm good to go. Chuck wagon style. No. We're going to go a little bit. Some cornbread.
We're not doing checker tablecloths.
No, that'll be nice.
No.
But it's going to be a lot of fun. And this is the thing. This is also one of your main fundraising events for the year for the Communal Theater.
Yes, it is.
This is an opportunity for you to support the theater. Come out and have a great meal and a great time. Maybe bid on some really cool auction items here, the silent or otherwise here, and take advantage of some of the trips and things and the different offerings that these things will have. And all of that goes back into making sure that theater, the lights stay on, that the air still works, the roof still doesn't, still works, and all those types of things. But also, don't forget, every one of these plays, every production that is done costs money. And not even the costs of like making costumes and set design and all that. I'm talking rights to just present it to you.
Yes.
That in and of itself, depending on the play, is probably the most expensive portion of this production on some of that.
It can be.
Yeah, and so that being said, and all the people that are a part of the Communal Theater volunteers. They all have day jobs, or this is not what they do for a living. They do this for the love of theater and the love of live performance.
Yep.
And Roswell's very blessed with the Communal Theater, and the only way we stay blessed is continuing to support it. Come out to the shows, come enjoy these things, and this one you got to get a preview. This is the start it all here for the upcoming season. You can get your first sneak peek of all the different shows if you want to plot and plan. But just coming and dining with us and enjoying the event and maybe bidding on some of the auction items, you are also helping making sure that the 2026-2027 season will be not the last season, but the one that we keep going for 20 seasons or more and all that stuff. So that's what this is all about. And I know. I'm not a native to Roswell, but I've been here a long time.
Yep.
And just in the 26 years or whatever it is I've been here, you guys have kind of grown quite a bit. You guys obviously way back then were still behind Roswell 4 in the old little theater and that,
right.
Which oddly enough still has the markings.
It does. It still has our name on the building.
Unofficially, still y'all. But, and to go to what was known at the time the Park Twin Theater,
right.
and the massive undertaking it took to convert that from a movie theater to a live performance theater.
Right.
And by the way, it's an old building anyway, which has old building problems like leaks and things. And by the way, the sound system has to be updated like every 10 years or it's outdated.
Right.
And so it's very expensive to run all that. And guess what? There isn't some firm or anything that does. This is all donations, volunteers, blood, sweat, and tears of people making sure that all this happens here.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so important for you to come be a part.
This is our 68th season.
That's great.
So we are one of the oldest community little theaters in the nation.
That's awesome.
It is. It's pretty cool, and it would be a travesty, I think, to lose something
Absolutely.
like that.
And so that's why you continue to support
Yeah.
not only this, but serving in other ways on the board or, volunteering in the productions. If you have a hankering to, even if it's not on stage, but behind stage, there's a lot of opportunities there too. I get it. Some people are like, I love this, but you ain't get me on a stage singing or nothing. But I'll be happy to do sound and lighting or help make costumes or be a stagehand or whatever you need me to do on these.
Ooh, is that a promise?
I'm kind of I don't mind being out front. Actually, I do, but I don't. It's a weird thing. Yeah, I got to talk to a psychiatrist about
that. He's conflicted.
Yeah. But I'm getting off the rails here. But we'd like to invite you to come out the 25th here next. That would be. I'm trying to get. Is that 2 weeks from today? I can't. No, that's Saturday. 10 days. We're the 14th. Yeah,
10 days.
Yeah, we're 10 days away from that here. So it'll be at the Liberty. Now, to get advance tickets, can you go to Liberty Inc. and do it like you would if you get any show at the Liberty kind of thing?
Yes.
And I think if you probably can also get they do their deals on Fridays, where if you go down to the office and you can avoid the service fee. Yeah, there it is.
Fee-free Friday.
Fee-free Friday.
I say that fast.
3 times fast, yeah. But and so you could take advantage of that way. Can they get tickets through the community theater website as well too?
No. It all tickets have to be bought through the Liberty because it's at their building.
Yeah, it makes sense, and they use their computer
but you
systems.
can donate through the website.
You can
now,
donate.
There is a donate now button if you're like, I'm out of town on the 25th, but I'd like to help out. That's a great way to do it.
And if you are so inclined and you would like to get a table, we do have a few tables left.
Okay, but don't delay. Don't dilly-dally.
They're $1,000, and you contact us directly for that.
And that'll be a 8?
8 seats.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. And that'll so you can, if you want to sponsor as a business or an organization, that way we got a table of 8 for you. But like I said, don't wait till like the 23rd to do that. Let's get that done here next day or two. So
there's also a costume contest.
Yes.
If you're feeling inclined.
We would love to have people dress up in steampunk attire. That is the theme for your costume.
Yeah.
But I don't know a whole lot, but I know enough to know that steampunk has many different genres and subsects. And I'm pretty sure if you get to any subsect of the steampunk culture, you will qualify. Like, I know there's some that's going to be more of the Wild West that we talked about. Yeah. But then there's others that go into a slightly different. Like, there's others that kind of more into Jules Verne than Wild Westy,
exactly.
And it's kind of But whatever your version is on that. So, but
Jules Verne, I love
it. Jules Verne. Love Jules Verne.
That's an adjective now, Jules Verne. But come have fun. Now, if you need help with some of that, on Saturday you guys are going to have a steampunk hat art party.
Yes.
That one just does not want to roll out of my tongue either. I was like, and so I'm guessing if you want to learn to design your own steampunk style hats and decorate them up to a steampunk theme, this will be the workshop for you to kind of pregame.
Yeah, we'll have all the supplies, and we have a bowler hat base and a top hat base.
Okay.
So, and we'll have plenty of glue and glue sticks and stuff like that. So just come, have fun. It's online. You get your tickets. We prefer you get them in advance so we know how many people are coming.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
You might
with
get
supplies.
there and there's no supplies.
It's like, you get this invisible bowler.
So you save about $5 getting your tickets online.
Absolutely. So do that. Yeah, save yourself and save everybody a little bit of headache and do it that way too. Although I'm not going to lie, I think Stanley Kubrick, when I think of the bowl, A Clockwork Orange just sticks too much in the head when I see guys in bowlers walking around.
That's funny.
Well, that might work.
Although with the milk, we could tie that into the dairy industry. I don't know. The whole milk thing in that movie. But anyway, kids, that was a different time when that movie came out. Psychedelics were a thing back then.
We could leave that in the past.
But yeah, so come out. What we want to do is have fun with this. Embrace it and have fun. Come in costume. Now, if you don't want to, fine, come. But we'd love to have you. But if you want to, let your hair down a little bit and come and, it's like I've always one excuse to kind of dress up with perhaps some metal hinges on my arms. All right, come on down, I always wanted a robot third hand. Yeah, come on, let's do this. And you can, I guess you could say, kind of like when they cosplay it. Like, there's a difference between costume and cosplay, for folks that don't know. Costume is kind of like, you dress up in your favorite character or whatever it is. Cosplay, you're kind of immersing in the universe. And so steampunk would probably find more cosplay players where they envelop a whole person and they have a background. Like if you cosplay Star Wars, none of them are Darth Vader or Princess Leia or any of the main characters. They're like, I was a widget shop maker on Tatooine, and I made robot parts for farm implements, or whatever. And so that, you know what I mean? That's that they pick up. And I guess in steampunk they would pick something similar. Like I was a Civil War era, scientist that built up whatever, the kind of whatever your thing is. But that's kind of cosplay versus. So if you cosplay, come cosplay with us. If you're just like, I just want an excuse to wear some of this stuff, then come in costume.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah. But again, we want to remind folks, it's July 25th, 6 p.m. It's going to be at the Liberty there on 312 North Virginia. It starts at 6 p.m. It's going to be a fun night. The doors open at 6. The actual festivities and everything will get underway at 7. It's going to be, but to get there at 6, that way you can kind of check out the silent auction. I think they'll have like a photo booth and different interactions. Have a cocktail,
Oh, and there'll be special cocktails.
Signature cocktails for the event of the evening. So very good. And then, of course, then the evening will get underway about 7 with, like I said, dinner. And then they will have the melodrama Pony Espresso that they'll be performing as part of that.
So the Pony Espresso actually starts at 7.
Okay, so that's the show.
We're a little bit earlier this year.
Okay, so very good.
For those who are not night owls, we're trying to meet the middle.
Get you home by like 9 o'clock-ish or something like that.
Still,
well, it's a Saturday night. It's a Saturday night. You'll be all right. Yeah. You can sleep in the morning. Well,
no, some of us can't, but that's okay.
Go to the 11 o'clock church service on Sunday. You'll be all right.
I got this.
We're going to the late service on Sunday this year, but and then of course they'll have the auctions and everything else. They'll do a silent auction and they'll have a live auction. Imagine after the performance there as well too.
That's accurate.
Very good.
You remember everything.
Yeah, I have a cheat sheet. I'm not a genius. I can just read paper. but and then of course stick around because there'll be door prizes and things. You might win some swag just for coming out and doing all that. And it's a lot of fun. It's gonna be a great night. Generally speaking, the performers will be in character and probably mingle throughout the crowd and probably interact with you throughout the evening and so forth and so on. So it's going to be a fun night. Just come and have a good time. And you just coming and enjoying dinner and bidding on a thing is you're greatly supporting the community theater and all it does. And oh, by the way, this is the first sneak peek. If you want to see what's on tap for this year, this will be your first opportunity. If you try any time before that, it's not online. It's not anywhere except for in the heads of the board of the communal theater at this moment, and a few other need-to-know people.
Right. Yes.
But and so if you've been wanting to get involved and do all that, it's and by the way, this is you guys have a pretty I'm going to say intricate, but pretty extensive how you come up with the season. I mean, there's people that I know each of you kind of that want to direct. They're like, look, this is a play I want to direct, and so then once that happens, then the committee's like, is that what we want to do? And so it's not like they just willy nilly. I imagine some of these plays you're going to. There's probably been a few years where a couple of directors, I've been trying to get this one in. I finally got to get. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a big deal to get to see what's on the list for this year. So.
It's cool.
Yeah. So that being said, if you have ideas about doing it, awesome. But it's going to take you a few years. There's a waiting list. People with ideas and things, and so. But again, and then again, if you please join us for the Steampunk Hat Party on Saturday. That will not be at the Liberty. That will be at the Roswell Communal Theater's actual theater there in the Plains Park Shopping Center there over by the. By the Icon Theaters and all.
Yes.
Is it Icon? Whatever they call it now.
I'm not sure.
It's Icon.
I think it's Icon still.
Is it still Icon?
Yeah, the movie theater.
Union and Hobbs.
Yes, right there. Union and Hobbs. And then and what time is that one again? That's
it's
like
at 10.
10
It's at
a.m. I knew it
10,
was.
yeah.
But please RSVP by going to the Roswell Communal Theater's website and doing it, which is roswellcommunaltheater.org. Make sure you spell theater .com. .com. I'm sorry. I'm not .org.com. Make sure you spell theater like the live theater, THER, not the eater. Like the eater's like movie theater. That's how I know how to spell movie theater. In my head, I say the eater, and that's not that way. You got to reverse the REs on the other. I have little things in my head to remember stuff. And
yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. RE.
Don't get me started on therapist how to spell that one. how I remember to spell that word.
That's funny.
Oh,
Saturday Night Live taught me that one.
Oh, jeez. No, we don't want to know.
Right, it's not that bad. It was a Saturday Night Live bit where they did the Jeopardy.
Oh.
And I don't know if you ever saw the Saturday Night Live Jeopardies. Well, they would always have I can't remember the SNL guy that always did it, but he always did. I'm just having a bad problem with names now. But he was portraying not Alec, but he was doing what's the Scottish actor, the big name Scottish actor? You know what I'm talking about? We always played him. I'm having brain cramps, but he would always be like really rude to Alex and everything, and he would misread things. And it said therapist is one of the categories, and like, I'll take the rapist for 500, Alex. And he's like, that's therapist. I can't remember the actor's name he was portraying. But, Sean Connery. Thank
Sean
you.
Connery.
I cannot remember Sean Connery's name.
Oh,
but he was doing Sean Connery.
I'm going through the files of all the Scottish actors.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and I'm like,
I was just brain cramping this morning. It sucks getting old. But
007.
So that's how I remember the hospital therapist. And theater, same, the eater. But anyway. But go there and go to the website. I got us off the rails. That way you can sign up again in advance for the hat workshop here, because we want to make sure there's enough material and stuff. If you space completely and show up Saturday, we'll get you in some way, shape, or form. But if you think about it, between now and Saturday, go on to the Roswell Communal Theater website, roswellcommunaltheater.com. Sign up there, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then, of course, for the Curtains Rising event on the 25th itself, you need to go to a different website, thelibertyinc.com. The Liberty INC, not INC.
INC.
Yeah, INC, like incorporated, not like pen to paper ink. And and go there, and then you'll see a thing. You can get tickets there. Also, don't forget, on Fridays, the Liberty does their fee-free Fridays. If you go to the Liberty itself there on Virginia, their office there, you can purchase tickets directly and avoid all the card fees and online fees and the fees that the world puts on things nowadays.
Which seems to be like
everything. And it's a significant difference.
It can be, the service charges, and
you save a lot of money.
Yeah, you do. If you don't mind going out there. Now, if you love the convenience of just being order on your underwear, God bless you. Boom, 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 and it helps everybody out. We love it. So, or clothes, however you internet, do your internet. But but if you do come out on the 25th, please come in either steampunk attire or clothes that will not get you arrested.
Yes. Thank you. I love that. Because some steampunk will.
Yes. That maybe put that / we won't get you arrested. Some people go into the more bikinis clad steampunk side, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Come and come see the fruits of the labors of all the work of all the people that are part of the communal theater, and come celebrate that, and then let's support it for the next year. And by the way, they're always looking for more people to be a part. If you've always been interested, maybe get involved. Come out on the 25th. Talk to any of the folks at you'll see a bunch. They'll be all flitting around, working and doing things. Squirrels running around trying to make the process go here. And talk to them, and they'll be happy to kind of feel, maybe when they're not so busy, and a moment where they're sitting down and maybe enjoying something or sitting down for a minute. But they would love to. Always looking for more people, more, and be honest, the more people, the more things you guys can do. And it's y'all should do this. Great. Come be a part and help us do that, because we need more bodies. We need more people to get more of everything for that to happen. So, Is there anything we missed that I sidetracked us on or got it? Because I tend to do that. Is there anything we want to make sure we cover?
I went along right with you.
Well, I know you guys are artsy, creative types.
Oh, yeah.
You're easily distracted, just like I'm easily
Bunny
distracted.
trails galore.
We'll squirrel you in a minute here. But again, if you have any questions about anything, again, you can go to the Liberty Inc. for tickets and to purchase. But you can go to the RoswellCommunalTheater.com website, learn more information stuff. Certainly sign up for the Steampunk Hat Party on Saturday. And then, of course, donate now if you want to. Like if you're saying, oh, man, I'm going to be out of town that weekend, go to the communal. There is a donate now page. Yep. If you can support financially there too, or you know what, I'm sure if you just swing on by at a given time where they're meeting and drop a check off, they won't be mad at you.
Oh gosh, no.
We're also always looking for sponsors for our program. So
That's another great way to support.
If you're a business owner and you want to advertise your business in our program, it gets seen by literally hundreds of people.
Absolutely, and it's a great.
So
I would like to point out, if you're especially, I mean, all businesses support this, great, but maybe if you're a big business that wants to connect with the community a little bit, and this is a great way to do that. It's like, let's face it, companies that have big HR departments and corporations and stuff, and they come into a town and, they don't need all that stuff, but they want to connect with the community.
Right.
Sponsoring community little theater is a great thing out there. So if there's any Walmarts or whoever's out there that want to do something out there, please reach out. Love to have you do that, because it'd be a great way to connect with the community and show your support in the community.
Yeah.
So, and you're right. A lot of people, there's a lot of eyeballs that see all that between the programs and stuff itself, but the promotions of the show itself, to here on the radio, to online, to the website and everything else.
Right.
It does, and I know this is why you see certain groups like your Pioneer Banks or your various car dealers. They're always involved because they do these businesses make our community grow and stuff like Excel Energy. There's different ones you always see on event names and things like that. So if you'd like to be a part of that community little theater, would love to have you be a part of that.
Yeah.
So
well, and there's something magic about live theater, right?
Yeah.
Whether you're in the audience or on the stage, there's
that's
a crazy, wonderful connection.
Well, and that's the fun thing about, a lot of times you'll get repeat customers, because generally speaking, you do your shows in a 2-week stint, a weekend of shows here and another weekend of shows there. And like you said, that's the beauty of live theater, is the show 1 and show 7 are not going to be the same. And show 2 is going to be different than show 1, and what's different than show 5, because there's always, it's live theater.
Yeah.
Even something's going to go different. Someone didn't step the right spot here, or missed a line, or something falls off the wall, or something that
has happened.
Literally, expect the unexpected, because it's live, not to steal from Big Brother, but
and then enjoy it.
Yeah. But that's the fun part of it, and that's where, you roll with it, and that's what makes live theater great. And as actors, I think that's why you get some actors that you'll never get them off Broadway, because they love live theater so much, and that's the X factor. It's that we'll do it live, kind of thing, and
there is a certain adrenaline rush about it when you get up there and you're like, oh my gosh, or it's crazy, because all these people are looking at you, and if you're not on it.
Yeah, you're very vulnerable in that moment.
Yeah, it is. It can be. It's nerve-wracking sometimes.
And that's where, I think acting is fun, because if you embrace the acting, it's not you up there, it's whoever you're playing. And if you can somehow transform your brain and thinking, I'm not Mike Winters, I'm Sally whatever who's doing this, that's
I'm this other person. This other person.
I mean, that's what, to be honest, that's what not everybody can act. This is the part you got to understand. This is, to be a good actor, you've got to literally be somebody else.
Right.
And how do you figure that out?
Yeah.
Well, that's the
and the
trick
beauty
of
of that, stepping into somebody else's shoes, even a lot of times, like with theater and so forth, it's exaggerated. It's tropes.
Sure.
It's things that but it's still fun, because you get to step into somebody else's shoes.
Sure.
And be something else.
Well, it's like, if you do a Southern play, everyone's going to be, I do declare, even though in real life they don't all talk like that.
Right, exactly.
But that's to get you the idea of, I want to make sure you're in the South or whatever.
And Pony Espresso is super exaggerated.
Good. Well, that's the fun part of live theater. You can do all that. And to be honest, it's the medium you can get away with it and still appreciate it.
Right.
If you try to do that in movies and stuff, it usually doesn't land. Unless you're really, I would argue maybe Zucker Brothers, whoever does Naked Gun, they pull it off. But short of them, that's about it.
There's a lot to be said for the audience, too.
Yeah.
Because you feed off the audience. If the audience is enjoying it, that play is so much fun.
You can cam it up more.
You hear athletes in sports, the crowd's going wild. They
love
it's
it.
no different on the stage.
It's very true.
The crowd's laughing or crying or whatever, reacting appropriately to what you're doing.
Right.
Then that's going to fuel the actors and inspire them, and quite frankly, the ham comes out a little bit more.
It sure does.
For sure.
We got a little more ham with our eggs today. But no, it's all fun. So, but again, one more time, Saturday, July 25th, 6 p.m. at the Liberty Ink. It is the 2026-2027 curtains rising, unveiling of the new season at the Roswell Community Theater. It's going to be a whole night of fun entertainment, music with the live performance of Pony Espresso, the silent auction, delightful meal courtesy of the Liberty, and of course a great opportunity for you to come out, have a good time, let your hair down, have some fun. Come bring your steampunking on, but if that's not your bag, no biggie. Come on out and have a good time with us here too.
Yeah.
Again, thelibertyinc.com is where you can get your tickets, and do so early. That way
we'll see you there.
Absolutely. Yes. Well, thank you guys. Anything we missed?
Not a thing.
I think you're
Thank you
good.
so much.
Good
for
deal.
having us.
Got it.
Yep. And then we will remind people the week of here. I think we have you guys on in that week of a couple
Wednesday,
days before, just
next
to remind
Wednesday,
you to. It is like next week. I'm talking like
Crazy,
it's weeks
right?
away. It's next week. We'll have that there for you. Well, thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
And stay. You know what? Enjoy the day. It's like 92 and sunny. I can't.
Right?
It's not gonna be too hot.
It's nice out.
It's the Goldilocks of weather today. So thank you, guys.
Thank.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. The U.S. military reimposing a naval blockade on Iranian ports. This comes as Washington tries to stop Iran's attacks on ships in the Strait of Hormuz. The price for a barrel of Brent crude oil, the international standard, briefly topping $87 early Tuesday, still well below the nearly $120 reached at the height of the war. The price dipped back to $78, then back up to $85 a barrel on Wednesday. 5 of the biggest U.S. banks reporting record profits on Tuesday, beating even the most optimistic Wall Street expectations. J.P. Morgan Chase earning a record $16.9 billion in the quarter. Spain advanced to its first World Cup final since winning in 2010 with a 2-0 victory over France. Spain will face either defending champion Argentina or England on Sunday in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is SRN News.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Some sun and a few clouds today. A little bit of moist air getting in, so we could get a shower or thunderstorm in the midday and afternoon hours. Overnight, some clouds, and we're in the mid-60s. We'll have sunshine in the morning on Thursday, scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms, and we're looking at upper 80s. A little bit better chance of those afternoon storms popping up on Friday, upper 80s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Hey, Freddie Sosa here with Richland Motors. Get ready for our July summer sales blowout. Score employee pricing on every 2026 GMC Sierra 1500, plus stack it with 0% financing for 36 months. Want a Chevy? We got you covered with 0% financing for 60 months on all 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500s. And don't forget to register online at rlchevrolet.com for your chance to win our summer cookout giveaway. Hurry down to Richland Motors today, where we're right on the corner, right on the price.
On approved credit, not all buyers will qualify. See dealer for details.
Your home for Sean Hannity in Roswell. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm John Scott. The U.S. has reimposed a blockade on Iran after Tehran's attacks on ships in the Strait of Hormuz, but Iran remains defiant.
Tehran has insisted that any ship going through the strait must do so on a route through Iranian waters and must follow the instructions of Iran's paramilitary Revolutionary Guard. Now, the U.S. had been trying to support those vessels, and the UN's International Maritime Organization had supported this route around Oman, but the ships that have been attacked by Iran in recent days all have been plying that route.
Correspondent John Gambrell in Dubai. The price for a barrel of Brent crude oil, the international standard, briefly topped $87 early Tuesday, still well below the nearly $120 reached at the height of the war. The price dipped to $78, then back up to $85 a barrel on Wednesday. Another round of sweltering heat in store for much of the U.S. this week. Correspondent Laura Winters reports.
The National Weather Service predicting more than 90 temperature records across the country will be tied or broken this week. Believe it or not, most of those records will be broken in the overnight hours when it's supposed to cool down. Cities in the Midwest and Northeast, best known for record-breaking cold, likely to see record-setting nighttime temperatures. These places include Fargo, North Dakota, International Falls, Minnesota, and Portland, Maine.
President Trump endorsing MyPillow founder Mike Lindell for Minnesota governor. Lindell has been one of the president's most outspoken supporters. World Cup semifinal today in Atlanta. Argentina faces England. The winner will play Spain Sunday in East Rutherford, New Jersey. On Wall Street, the Dow up 205 points, the Nasdaq adding 150. This is SRN News.
Hi, I'm Kirk Cameron. Christian Healthcare Ministries is not another health insurance policy. If you're tired of year-long contracts and pointless restrictions, CHM offers anytime enrollment on your schedule and at your convenience. With CHM, you're paying half the cost of a traditional health insurance plan. So that puts more money back into your budget for everyday needs. Plus, you'll have access to CHM's care solutions for virtual appointments, prescription savings, surgery support, and more. My family and I joined in 2018, and it's changed our lives for the better. We love paying way less while helping other believers afford their medical bills. Take the leap of faith and see why Christians across the nation are better with CHM.
Get started by calling 1-833-JOIN-CHM and use promo code WELLNESS for a 50% credit towards your first month. That's 1-833-JOIN-CHM and use promo code WELLNESS.
A bipartisan group of senators introducing a bill championed by Lindsey Graham that would impose sanctions on top Russian figures and heavy tariffs on the biggest buyers of Russian oil. Connecticut Democrat Richard Blumenthal says Graham was excited about the prospect of the Russian sanctions bill finally becoming reality.
Ukraine is turning the tide. We're meeting the moment with scorching sanctions legislation that will help to stop the flow of revenue to Putin's war machine from purchase of Russian oil and gas. And he was ecstatic about that progress.
Blumenthal says the sanctions would target the top buyers of Russian oil, China, and India. Thai officials say 2 more people injured in a huge fire at a Bangkok music bar had died. That brings the total to 32. More than 70 people were injured. 30 people remain hospitalized. News at townhall.com. A president taking action on 2 national monuments in Utah.
President Trump is moving to reduce the size of the Bears Ears and Grand Staircase Escalante national monuments in Utah. The administration says the change will return more land to productive use and give states greater flexibility in managing natural resources. The move comes as Republicans push to expand energy production and increase access to public lands across the West. Willie Nelson, the White House.
A group of 26 Meta employees suing the company, claiming it used artificial intelligence systems that disproportionately targeted those on medical or family leave for layoffs. Meta laid off 8,000 employees, or about 10% of its workforce in May. The lawsuit filed in federal court in Oakland claims the company used internal AI systems, keystroke and activity monitoring data, and other methods to determine just who would be laid off. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2
of the Deuce
of Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope your Wednesday's just going swell.
Yes, indeed.
It's already in the mid-70s out there.
Yep. Sun is warm, grass is green.
Yeah. Supposed to be low 90s, 92, what they call it. Or 91 now.
Ooh.
92 last hour. Now they get
We're
to 91.
trending downward. I dig it.
And they are talking rain, maybe a slight chance Friday afternoon and Friday night. But nothing today or tomorrow.
Just having that cloud cover yesterday was nice.
Yeah.
Just a few clouds out there to block out just enough of the sun.
Yeah, it's a good week, man. Kind of, it's nice. It's, tomorrow's 89 for a high. Friday is we have a 20% chance of rain, but our high's 89. I mean,
soak it in.
Yeah,
we're not quite to the dog days of summer just yet, but
I'm going to be bacheloring it for the next 2 days.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, my wife's going for train. This year she's getting, it's not, I would call it a student teacher, but I think it's more than that. And so basically, because this teacher's like with them all year, I think, or I don't know, but it's like student teacher, but it's like, I think it's bigger than like it was when you and I were kids. We had like a student teacher or something,
right?
That was there for a semester or whatever. Because she has to go to this training thing, and so she's got to go to Portales for a couple of days with this training, and she'll meet her student teacher, and they got a whole training thing together and all that. So she's leaving today for that. So tonight and tomorrow night I'm home. She'll be back Friday evening. So, but I'm bacheloring it for the next 2 days.
First things first, gonna strip down to nothing but the tidy whities, slide on that kitchen floor, and just take those old records off the shelf. I know most of your house is carpeted, so you have to pull it off in that little small section of the kitchen.
The kitchen, yeah. Or right there in the front door. I got
or your bathroom.
Or the bathroom. Yeah, I can slide up and down the bathroom. But, I was thinking, nothing's changing except TV. Like, that's the only thing that's going to change.
You're not going to have to share or find common programming.
But here's the thing. Wednesday and Thursday night are the two nights that right now that we actually, it's Big Brother night.
That's
it's
right,
Wednesday night. Those are the two Big Brother nights.
So you're going to be like watching and comparing notes.
So, I think she's going to watch because I'm trying to, there's some stuff I want to watch. Like, I want to see it and then so I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll watch Big Brother, but what if I get home at 4 or whatever? I'm not watching news and Judge Judy and all those things.
Right.
I'm going to be watching. So that's the only thing that's going to be different. Short of that, everything else is exactly the same.
All my flavors.
I'm going to be dealing with the cats. I'm going to figure out what's for dinner. I'm going to do, nothing else will change.
One of two things
I
needs
won't
to happen.
sleep well because I never do when Kim's
You
not
need
here.
to either watch something that's like a super I don't want to say gross out comedy, but something that definitely would not appeal to Kim.
Yeah.
Or find yourself just the biggest sleeper of a historical documentary you can find. Pop that bad boy on.
Well, and that's why I was I did look a cursory look yesterday, and I didn't occur much success there because I was looking for some of those movies, like the Midday one or Midway, not Midday, Midway. Sorry, Midday, the Battle of Midday. Midway, and I could not find it on there. So.
I'll tell you what you should utilize, and I don't think that, and honestly, it's hard to do when you don't have a premium account. You can avoid ads, but there's a lot of really good historical documentaries and long form content on YouTube. I think you'd really get a kick out of it.
And Netflix is I don't know if they partnered up with the History Channel on some of their stuff, because I know Hulu's most of the History Channel stuff. Right. But there's this dump of these, and maybe it's just 250 things.
That could be.
These documentaries. One's on Washington, one's on Jefferson. They're all our founding fathers type stuff. And but I think these are regurgitated History Channel shows.
Right.
I think I saw them on there and I do love history, but I don't watch every single documentary that comes out. Just, got Washington on it, put it on there. I don't.
The one game that you get to play on YouTube, they don't really get to play anywhere else, is playing that fun game, Is This AI? Not even so much the video content, but if you listen for long enough, you can tell that the voiceover is an AI.
Right.
They'll say something wrong, slightly wrong. You know, and it takes you out of it for just a minute. But
well, and I'm at the point on like some of the AI I watch to find how wow that was, and the one that gets me is the history ones,
right?
The ones where they have the famous people and the meals they ate that they're just speculating. They have no idea what these people. I mean, some they can specifically point out to, but like they do Ronald Reagan, he's just eating copious amounts of jelly beans. Like, come on, he was known for the jelly beans. He didn't eat them 24/7. You know,
that was like one interview. That's like saying that Dan Quayle was obsessed with potatoes.
Right.
You know, it's like that was just one thing that happened one time.
Right. And but the ones that kind of made me laugh, I saw one yesterday for Saddam Hussein, and they showed him in like various stages of Saddam, as Bush would say.
Saddam.
And I loved the prison version of him because he'd be like, one of the things they said was moistened Doritos. Like it looked like there's Saddam in his prison outfit, literally like almost like the prison cuisine, dumping water in his Doritos.
See, that's that beautiful thing, that beautiful time period before artificial intelligence destroyed everything, and that's just bad CGI. There was a whole period where, and I think it was specifically like there was like a Chinese company that would like take news stories and recreate them in really terrible like CGI.
Yeah.
And one of those was when they found Saddam in his spider hole, and just like they pull the thing off, and then the camera peers down, and he's like,
yeah.
And it's just there was a whole period of time where that was like how some people consumed their news.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen this one?
Yeah. But I mean, and a lot of times, you know, the two forks and that's a lot of times. Some of them, they're like, someone paid a little more attention because they're like eating a little more normal.
They'll do, and this is something that I've talked to I guess if you want to call them AI artists, but I hate that. People who do this, like, not professionally, but like, you know, they have a craft at it. What you do is you prompt and then you refine. You see what content comes out, and then you just refine that content.
Make it more.
Say, take what you just did, remove this, this, and this, and then and it's just kind of like they gnaw it down essentially to what the final product is.
I like when they don't always gnaw it down.
I know. Sloppy AI is the only thing that's really keeping me going at this point.
I enjoy it.
It's. I even said this to Jill at the farmers market. I'm like, I would be having a much better time today if every single banner and sign for each of these booths wasn't 100% AI generated.
Yeah, we got a rash going on.
People are like, how can you can tell. Yeah. It's clear. Like that paper from across the way there, I was like, that's AI.
Yeah, you can tell.
There's a certain format that they use where it's like bullet points. And then there's the color. It's off-putting.
Yeah.
You know? And I know there's some people like, well, that's a struggling business and they don't need to. Fine. That's a struggling business. Then do your sign. Do you remember 2 years ago when all of a sudden 3 massage parlors opened up around Roswell and they just had a sign that was like red spray painted massage? Yeah, it skeeved a lot of people out, but it let you know what was inside the building. I admired those people because their signs weren't artificial intelligence.
And that was this week's episode of Marketing with Sean Smalls.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you drive by those places, you're like, oh, what kind of massages are you giving? But at the same time, you know what is inside. You know what you're getting.
Well, the one that gets me on the AI thing is the inundation of like the food stuff. Like people like, hey, we got drinks, and the AI makes it look like it's some
amazing
this was made in like some guy's toilet probably. You know what I mean? It's just like that's. I'm like, this is where it's like you're luring me in where I think this is sketchier than it is. And that's the problem. I'm just like,
well, you're
good at making signs. Does that mean you're good at making drinks? I don't think so.
Certain food trucks, it's like I've never seen a burger that looks that perfect.
Yeah. It's a little.
And honestly, I don't want a burger that looks that perfect. I want something that's greasy.
Yeah, I don't.
Where the cheese is stuck to the bread, stuck to it. That's what I want.
Like, I don't mind AI if you're trying to get me to watch a movie or see a thing or do something like that. But if you're trying to get me to put something in my body, I don't want that AI.
I don't want to eat your AI.
Yeah, does that make sense? I want to see what that's going to look like before I put it in one of my orifices.
Which one? Stay tuned.
I think our guest is here.
Yes, I
heard.
I think it was on a walkie-talkie there for a minute. He's like, "Packages arrived."
Stat.
One of those old school Nextels with the button on the side.
I want all that.
I wanted one of those so bad. The phone. It was big in like the construction industry. That's how they advertised it.
Your dad probably had one.
He never did.
Really? I picture your dad as a guy with one of those.
He had a cell phone, but you have to remember he passed before the age of the smartphone and all the.
I thought he was right around the time of the.
But
those were
that
big.
one Nextel it was the flip phone, but it had the walkie on the side that had like the unlimited range.
Yeah. So I thought your dad was still with us at that time, and maybe not. I don't know.
07 is when he passed, but so he passed literally the year that the iPhone was invented.
Okay, but that would have been right.
Missed it by that much.
And this was like kind of right before the iPhone, right? So he was probably in that window.
He was in that window for sure.
Yeah.
But I remember his phones specifically were usually like, like the old school Nokia kind of style phones. Like he had one for the longest time that had a pull-out antenna. I specifically remember the pull-out antenna. That's an old phone. Is what that is.
You think those antennas actually worked?
I mean,
they worked as much as the plastic pull-out antenna on your walkie-talkie as a kid.
Yeah, probably about as much. Speaking of walkie-talkies, Brian Luck is here.
Yeah, let's get the hour going.
Yes.
Brian Luck, superintendent for the Roswell Independent School District, will join us for his monthly visit here in just a few minutes. Let's do this. Let's pause for weather, quick commercial break, and then Brian will join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Some sun and a few clouds today. A little bit of moist air getting in, so we could get a shower or thunderstorm in the midday and afternoon hours. Overnight, some clouds, and we're in the mid-60s. We'll have sunshine in the morning on Thursday, scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms, and we're looking at upper 80s. A little bit better chance of those afternoon storms popping up on Friday, upper 80s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Aha! Now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning.
Fergalicious.
From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who are you going to call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit?
Fergalicious.
Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love.
Fergalicious.
When you need tough, reliable equipment that gets the job done right, turn to your local Kubota experts. Right now at Amigo Machinery in Roswell, dig into savings. Get 0 down and 0% for up to 36 months, or save up to $9,000 on select Kubota construction equipment. Strong, steady, unstoppable. Amigo Machinery, 2801 Southeast Main Street in Roswell, or call 575-624-2026. Amigo Machinery, your trusted local Kubota dealer for all of Southeast New Mexico.
Do you have missing teeth or would like them replaced? If you think dental implants are not affordable, think again. At Maupin and Brown Dentistry, their goal has always been to provide the highest quality dentistry in a state-of-the-art office at a reasonable price. They routinely treat patients that have traveled out of town for a consultation but cannot afford the treatment quoted. If this sounds like your story, come in today. As one of New Mexico's largest users of the world-class Nobel implants, they're able to purchase in volume and pass the savings on to you. So if you're missing a tooth or have loose dentures, call today for a free evaluation, which includes a free 3D x-ray. You'll be given treatment options and an honest evaluation with no hard sell, no arm twisting. But don't take our word for it. Just ask one of the thousands of patients they've treated. Maupin and Brown Dentistry, your choice for experienced, affordable, state-of-the-art dentistry. Call 627-0141 or visit maupinbrown.com.
I was driving home from work.
I was heading out to meet my friends.
I was thinking about what I would make for dinner.
I was just changing the station on my radio.
I was checking my cell phone.
I was only trying to change lanes.
I never saw him.
Never saw him. I never saw that motorcycle.
Until it was too late.
Unfortunately, sometimes drivers don't notice motorcycles on the road until it's too late. Be aware. Always look for motorcycles, because it's their road too.
Sponsored by NMDOT and aired in cooperation with the NMBA and this station.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. There are 293 ways to make change for $1. Try all 293 on the guy who keeps borrowing money from you. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 21 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Superintendent for the Roswell Independent School District, Brian Luck, back with us. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
You know what? It's a beautiful day out there.
It's really like you can't complain about the weather, because it's like it's sunny and 90 in the middle of July. That you're not getting any nicer weather in New Mexico, Roswell, New Mexico, than that. So
Chamber of Commerce weather.
There it is. Perfect thing. So, but that being said, this is the thing. Teachers and stuff are all kind of gearing up. They'll be starting to, get in the classrooms and things here in a couple weeks and all of that. But most of your guys and all that you've been just kind of grinding through the summer, getting ready for all that, and obviously school board meets on their monthly meetings and all that stuff. But the admin side, now granted it's not like the normal school day,
right?
But they work a 12-month calendar, and they're there every day doing their thing and all that too.
So they're classified as a 242 employee, and they're there, like you said, all year, and they're there all the time, and it's kind of interesting because you'll get phone calls from different, parents or something that'll be needing something from the buildings, and like, I can't get anything from that building, and I'm just like, well, sometimes we let the principals take some time off, as far as that goes. But no, there's always something to do in the summer, and right now especially, this is it's kind of an interesting time of the year as a principal, because you're sitting there going, okay, I got my staff. And then every time you get ready to open an email from somebody, you're just like, okay, are you going to be the resignation surprise that I've been expecting here in July?
Last minute drop of the hat here. Yeah.
Are you that person, or okay, good. You just want to know when you can come into school. Okay, that's good. But no, and getting staffed and making sure that we do our hires, and it takes a while. As far as we're getting a lot better as far as our human resources department. I mean, we try to add, like, for 5 days, like start to finish. We've interviewed, we've approved, we've got you downtown, and we got you paperworked up and ready to go.
Sure.
But there's a lot. I mean, we're doing like 6-7 a day. Right now.
Gee whiz, curious. What's like the atypical school year turnover? I mean, because you'll get new teachers, obviously, you get teachers that retire.
Yeah.
But I mean, in the middle there, there's a lot of that. How much influx do you see in that side there?
You're going to run about between 25 and 30 every year that just leave.
Right.
And there's a who knows why. So again, we're pushing 1,000-ish.
And then a lot of them are staying in the district, just moving from one school to another, or another position to another, something like that.
But we'll run 900 to 1,000 total employees, give or take, across the district in different fashions. And when you're doing that, there's a lot of movement. And my wife was transferred and we're leaving. My husband was transferred and we're leaving. This isn't for me, or I did retire.
Yeah.
I will say this: since the state has helped us with our salaries, and we are the second highest paying district in the state right now, and it has helped. I mean, we have retained
absolutely
a lot of veteran quality educators.
When I can speak on this one personally with my wife is. She's now in her going in her 29th year of teaching.
Okay.
I mean, you can have political discussions about the governor all day and all that, and I'll probably agree with you on most of them. That being said, she is financially taking care of teachers in this state in her where that was lacking in many other administrations. And I can tell you, my wife is made more money in this last, as far as earned at her earning potential, or her 10-year income has been much better in this last couple. And to be honest, this is why my wife is, because my wife is under an older retirement plan. And so basically they factor in the last 5 years of your service as your average salary.
High five.
And so she hits 30, she's going to have 5 years under this and more.
Right.
And so it's kind of behoove her to try to do her 30. But anyway, that being said, that's why I'm trying to just kind of prove your case in point is, I know you mentioned the governor, and that's going to be a 4-letter word for a lot of people. I'm not disagreeing with you on things, but she has taken care of teachers in that way, and I would applaud her for that.
Absolutely.
So,
And I will beat everybody to it. Thank you, oil and gas.
Yeah.
and that has made a huge difference as far as the ability for them to do that. And our local guys, as far as our representatives from around here, they recognize that. But what it does for us is it allows us to keep like people like your wife that had the ability 5 years ago. They, when can you retire? Well, when can I retire? Or when will I retire? Right. That's kind of been the talk around my generation. And,
sure. But and here's the thing too, and I will say this, based on, my wife and her, just from her perspective and how I've been in the room on this, is, they all have that days where it's like, dude, I'm done. I'm hitting my 25 or whatever that number is, and I'm beating cheeks out of here. But then the kids, the thing, the reason they become teachers is it comes back in, and the kids have their hearts and like, all right, we're going to do another one. And that's I'm telling you, at the end of the day, what the money and all that is the driving factor, but at the end of the day, when teachers teach that long, there's a love for kids that you just can't.
Yeah, there's like a threshold, and if you can make it past, and I don't know what that year is anymore. I used to say 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Anymore, it might even be 1 or 2. But if you can get past that threshold where you get a chance to get your feet on the ground,
sure.
And then truthfully, it sounds kind of corny, but you get that first letter from a kid, and especially if you're with the older group like I was. You run into a kid at a business or something like that, or a kid walks up and says, "Hey, I want you to meet my wife."
Yeah.
And then you're just like, okay, that's and you're hooked at that point, or heaven help you get a child of a student that you taught.
My Kim is now entering the 3rd generation.
Sorry, she should be on the grandkids right now.
Yeah, she's hitting 3rd generation where she taught the grandparents. And
that's
you're like,
awesome.
Wow.
Well, and it's funny. We were talking about that, and you go back to school and you'll have all your back to school stuff, and we have foregone the large gathering just because I'll be blunt, I don't want to spend a lot of money on a venue,
right?
And if we're going to do it, I want to do it right, where we have everybody there comfortable. And right now, that's Pearson, and no offense to the Institute, for right now it's timing,
sure.
And but I can we start off and you have everybody come back in. And you do your years of service and who's this and who's that, and it's always kind of cool to see. And you've got some of them that are pushing their 40-year teaching category. That's phenomenal.
That's a long time serving the community. It's amazing. But
then I think it was the Crumlins one year where one of our deals, and Mrs. Crumlin made the comment. She said, we don't normally celebrate when people come back from their vacations. And I just kind of laughed. And I said, well, technically we were unemployed. So have it right, Mrs. Crumlin. We just kind of laughed about that.
We got new contracts. We're celebrating that.
Yeah. And I was like, well, that's true. You do a welcome back for everybody the day they come back from their 2 weeks vacation. And it is, well-deserved and much needed. And we get everybody back and rolling and not a lot of changes as far as what we're looking to expect from the teachers this year. We've got a new computer information system, or our student information system. We're switching over to an entity that is being used by Albuquerque. APS has used this for last few years, Las Cruces. A little bit of unknown, but the trainings that we've had on it so far, all of my IT guys that I really look to and trust, they're just like, oh, we're going to love this. This is going to be great. Looking to get some of that open early. Actually, so that our teachers, if they wanted to take a look at like their grade books and stuff like that, they could do that.
My wife already found out yesterday she can get her key next Wednesday, and she's already salivating.
And I got tickled. So one of the things we did last year, and I never thought I would get the foot traction on this that I did, is all of our training videos. So every year we've got to watch, and it seems like we add more every year, and we do. But we open those up. And I had more compliments on, man, that was so nice. I could start watching them.
Sure.
And I'm laughing because I'm going, and I can count off that I've got you trained, and you now know what not to do, even though you've seen that video
100 times. Yeah,
25 years in a row. But
my wife, she's like, I know this one. I know, like when she has to go through those videos.
Oh yeah. And what's funny, and I had somebody ask me that, they're like, you don't even watch them. I said, I watch them every year. And they're like, well, why? And I said, because you're watching them. And if you have to do it, then I'm going to do it.
Sure.
And, it's funny, even up there at central office, and I make that group watch them too.
Sure.
And you can go down the hall and you can hear the little music going, from the computers and different things. But trying to live and learn on a lot of this. And again, my goal is I want the start to be as low key, as easy for everybody as possible.
And coming from a military background, repetition is the key for everything like that. And though you've seen it and done it 100 times, God forbid you ever get in one of these situations where you have to do or be involved in whatever you're watching in this particular video, you're going to have the knowledge of, and that's how military works. It's like they put you in that thing over and over again until when the thing hits, it's muscle memory. It's automatic. It's not something you think about or have time to process so much. You
Well, and
just
the
do
sad thing is, because I've had people say, well, I've seen that thing 20 times. And I'm in my head, I can fast forward to the legal case that says, yes, but you didn't make me watch it last year, which is why it was okay for me to break that rule last year.
Sure.
It's like
the caveat.
The
loophole.
But I do know this, and they're pretty basic. They're pretty standard.
Sure.
And a lot of it just goes back to just doing right.
Sure.
And we've got some regulations, some new things. We've got a couple new ones in there this year, but nothing over the top. But that comes out next week. We've got our principals started back today. All of them should be in the buildings. Doesn't mean that they're receiving guests. They're my elementary school principals are the only ones right now that aren't 242. So they've had a little bit of time, even though most of them have been working. And then next Wednesday we start. We call it boot camp. And it kind of is a holdover from back in the day when people actually did get a little more time off.
Sure.
We go over all of our new changes at central office and different stuff like that. And then on Thursday we have our legal counsel comes in, and we do some training with the principals on that. Come in on the 29th of July, which is 2 weeks from today. Sorry out there. And that's our first day back for our teachers. We're going to have them in their buildings again.
Okay.
Did that last year. I liked it as far as.
And I think the teachers like that too.
And I can remember being a new teacher 30 years ago and going to new teacher orientation and then having the back to school day. And we went over to Pearson Auditorium. And I mean, I knew most of the people because I had student taught at Goddard, but there were a lot of people that were like, I don't know anybody here other than you guys. And it's like, well, that's kind of backwards. So we let the building principal get them first. And that's what I tell them is, you guys, you get to set your tone day one. And then we have some district training on Thursday. And then we will have, we call it a teacher protected work day. It's a holdover and I liked it. So we kept it, and we stay off the teachers, and that's
their day.
That is a day, even though most of y'all have already been up here, we're not having meetings on this day. The principals can't do different things and leave you alone. You put your jeans on and get your room ready. And
I know, just again, from my wife's perspective, and she taught elementary her whole career, and it may be a little different in elementary versus high school or middle school teachers, but since their kids pretty much spend their whole day in their classroom, their whole thing is that classroom.
Yeah.
And elementary school teachers spend a lot of time getting that classroom ready. I don't think that's as big a deal in the high school and the others because they're pretty standard fare. They have 7 classes a day, whatever it is. But in elementary level, they kind of live, breathe, eat, and sleep not sleep, you know what I mean? They're with those kids the entire day in that room with the exception of their art classes or PE or whatever they got going on. And so they got to focus more on the stuff in that room, the activities in that room. And so as an elementary teacher, I know she appreciated those times because between the meetings and the plannings, and then as you get to the years, you become the grade leads and things. So you got to go to more meetings.
Oh, yes.
That time they have where they can just work on their that time they have to work on that classroom is like gold to them.
Yeah.
So I get why you keep that.
Well, and I had a very nice lady and I took it in the spirit of it, which was a little bit of jokingly, but it was, boy, it sure does seem kind of coincidental that you've got Saturday and Sunday right after that work day. And I said, well, it's funny how that works, isn't it? I said, I did not ever care for, we had it's a different thought. A lot of it was, well, we want to do a Thursday, Friday start day. And get all the nonsense out of the way. Then we come back on Monday and everybody's fresh. We've got all of our supplies. Okay. But a lot of people don't care for that as far as, me personally, I was just like, that makes it awful hard on that Wednesday. So if Wednesday, if you have a protected day on Wednesday and Thursday's the start of school, man, you better be ready Thursday morning.
Yeah.
You have no time really and truly. And it forces the pre-work as far as you were up there the weekend before. So I was trying to maybe eke out a couple extra days for everybody. But
and I kind of see both sides of it a little bit. Whereas from the student perspective, you're like, look, we're trying to get back in the routine.
Yeah.
1-2 days of it. They forget about it for 2 days. Now we got to start all over again on Monday or whatever it is.
Well, and at some point you got to have a Monday.
Sure.
I mean, you're going to have a first Monday. And I know at the high school level too, if we're going to start on Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
And some of the others we'll go Monday.
Yeah.
Well, they're not doing anything on those days anyway. So
But I also see that the teacher side is we're really, that day one, you're going 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And to not have time to make sure all your ducks are in a row because it's not like it's literally calm. Oh my God, everything's on fire.
Yeah.
And then we got our routine and it's going. And that's kind of how it is. So I get what you're saying. It's like maybe we can mitigate the oh my God, everything's on fire a little bit.
Well, and the interesting one. So we'll go back August the 3rd for first day of school, and by about midday on August the 3rd, I will guarantee I'll have some teachers who are just like, it already feels like it's October, and then there'll be others that are just like, oh, I just love this.
Yeah.
It's so fun, and we get out on those. Myself and my senior staff. That's our job. Every building for 2 or 3 days, and the vibe of the different buildings just cracks me up. It's like an elementary school. I come in, I'm trying to be sort of folksy, and Mr. Luck, we're setting policies. We're doing procedures right now. We do not talk in the hall, and I'm just like, oh, my fault.
Oh yeah,
sorry about that. Can I smile? Yeah, I could smile. Okay, thank you.
You're right, bro.
And then the schedules passing out at the high schools. We had one, if you could call it a snafu, our new SIS, our Synergy. We're not going to have the ability to have our digital student platform up and running by the first day of school.
Okay.
I'm working on it. I'm hoping we can, but for here and now, we're looking at paper copies of schedules. So kind of old school. And that's one of the things the principals are fixing to get here in a little bit is get them printed, get them ready, open up the building. Let's get those schedules out.
We're not busting out the old Ditto machines, are you?
No, we're not hand cranking, but we are going to have to do paper copies of schedules. Okay. Whereas, we've pushed everybody that direction. Like your schedules on your phone, it's in your PowerSchool app. Find it there.
Sure.
Those things will happen, and they are actually way more user friendly in this new system. It just for right now, for whatever reason, they're not going to be available.
Gotcha.
Ironically, until literally the second day of school.
Okay.
But
imagine it's the IT people and the software updates and connecting everything. It's above probably you and I's pay grade on knowledge there.
And we're going to work on that, see if we can maybe get that done. But for the here and the now, that's kind of the thing.
Gotcha.
But,
makes sense.
No, but we're excited. And again, we've got pretty big push for the month of August as far as that goes. No break. Then we do a Labor Day break.
Mm-hmm.
Got our Nancy Lopez.
That's going to be
ribbon
big.
cutting. Oh,
she will be in town out here to see be a part of the unveiling of the school and everything else. Yeah,
and the cool thing about it's funny, yes, funny, no, but the kids will have been there for a month. And then we'll have the ribbon cutting ceremonies and do homage to the namesake, and then we're going to have a kind of a, I don't want to say a forum, but for lack of a better word, a question and answer session with some of my female athletes up at Goddard that afternoon with Miss Lopez and a couple other former Goddard athletes that have made it pretty big. Only 2 female golfers to ever come from the same high school that played in the Solheim Cup. Jarena and Nancy.
That, to me, it's just like growing up as a kid. Like all the schools I went to were named after really old dead people. Most of them, like for instance, Thomas Stone High School's where I graduated. He's a signer of the Declaration of Independence from Maryland. I'm never meeting that guy.
Probably not.
John Hancock was my middle school. He was unofficially our first president of the United States before Washington and everything else.
Yep.
But he was. But anyway, not going to meet that guy. These kids are going to meet their namesake of the school, and then you're like, this is a living legend, golf legend, who's put not only what she's done for the sport of golf, but for women and for New Mexico.
Oh, yeah.
She's done so much there, and literally she's standing feet from you in the name of the school.
Yep.
I hope the kids. I know second graders aren't going to figure that out, but when they're about 18, they're going to be like, "Wow, that was really neat."
Yeah.
That was
and they
cool.
will if they're kind of coached in that one.
Sure.
So the irony when we had a anniversary at Goddard a few years back, and we did some work in our archives and found where Dr. Goddard's widow was there for the unveiling in the grand opening of Goddard High School.
That's pretty cool.
And then looking through the article, they kept talking about the women's gym, and I would go around and I'm just like, what's the women's gym?
Right.
Where is this place?
Right.
And actually, Don Alsop was just like, dummy, that's the little gym. And I was like, whoa, say that again. He goes, well, it used to. That was. And I said, so you're telling me. And he goes, I'm telling you, we've come a long way, Brian. And I said, there you go. And a lot of that was a lot of the pioneering work that Nancy and other ladies with her did. And,
Sure.
and it's really neat. So we're very much excited about that. Of course, got the air show coming up later on in the year. Got some kids going out to that, and just
they're gonna have another school day out at the at the air show. Cool.
Yes, sir. Working with Reza and his team.
Is it gonna be one of the Thunderbird performance days?
I don't think so.
I think those are late in the day.
Yeah, and the problem with those days is, so with us, it's getting the kids out there, and then it's okay. Are we going to try to feed them out there?
Sure.
And so we're working. But
I remember as a kid. Growing up in the D.C. area, and we got to do, when Andrews Air Force Base did their field trips. Now, here's the thing. We lived about 20 miles from Andrews. It wasn't like here we just go to another town. But they would have a Friday, the weekend air show. The Friday was like the student day, and all these kids would bus in from all over the D.C. area. And so we got to go to that air show. But it's really all right, go. And again, so it's cool, but it's you're trying to cram 5 pounds of activities in a 3-pound bucket, and it's just really hard to navigate.
Well, and we learned a ton last year, and we joked about it because it was like, okay, after the first 30 minutes, we will have an idea of what we're supposed to do.
But
up to that 30 minutes and that first 30 minutes, we're not going to have a clue what this is supposed to look like, and we were right. But by the time we got to that last day, we had it really well worked out. The bus company was phenomenal, and it was neat. And again, I'd love to see the Thunderbirds, and I would love, even if you just put one of those jets up in the air and just came over. I was like, you will hook half the kids that are going to go to this thing just because they've never seen that. 90% of our kids had never even been on a plane. So the little American airline plane that was sitting there, and they thought that was cooler and cool.
Yeah, I thought what was neat for me was going and seeing it, and some of the military aircraft there, the F-16s on it. That's my home squadron when I was in the Air Force.
Oh wow.
Those Black Sheep aircraft, same Black Sheep when we had the stealths in the 90s. And so that was the 8th Fighter Squadron, Black Sheep. That's where I served. I served in that fighter squadron.
The old-time air shows, first stealth that comes here, they had that thing guarded.
Yeah.
It had 3 armed guards around that dude at all times.
And that was the case when I was in, too. When we went to air shows in a 117, they roped it off. You couldn't go. They closed the bay doors up. You don't see inside it. You didn't. But now the B-2s, when they were in air shows, now that's a little different. But when we were, those things wouldn't even shut down. They would be like out on the tarmac with engines up. You can kind of look at them from a distance. And if they showed up at an air show at all, that's how they did it. They never, the B-2s, they were very hush-hush.
I always thought of what kind of time does it take for when they fly a plane in and pull it over and park it and let people walk through it?
Yeah.
What kind of time does it take to go back and inspect that plane before you put it up in the air?
Those guys do all that. Yeah.
And would you want to fly in that plane?
Yeah. Well, and the weird thing about like the F-117s, and I'm not getting into a whole conversation. The military prioritizes their assets, and things of more importance, they give it a priority A asset, and it evokes a certain amount of securities and things that happen to it. Priority B. The F-117 at the time was considered a priority B asset when it was on station. Whenever it left station, it became a priority A asset. And once that happens, it's cops, guards, boom, boom, boom. The maintainers are kind of kept to their own little bubbles and things like that. And so when we went to air shows, that's how we were treated. And so there's only one time in my career in the Air Force where we were downgraded.
Oh, wow.
And it was when I got deployed to Italy. When we were bombing Milosevic and Kosovo in 99, I spent 5 months in Italy and a month in Germany when we were bombing Belgrade and all that stuff. And so in Italy there, when we were housed at Aviano Air Base in Italy, it's northern Italy. And the stealths are pickier airplanes than the others. You can't just leave them out on the tarmac and get them exposed to the rain. They can't be exposed to, they need to be in hangars. So the only ones they have were these big hardened shelters that they have from, and they're great. But unbeknownst to most people, there's tactical nukes buried under each one of those, and they're underneath, and there's cops. And so the moment we get in there, there's cops and there's guys checking buttons, and they're like, don't go anywhere near that. And it's like, well, we're okay. We're the priority. You go, no, you're not. You're the priority B. That's the priority A. We're like, okay.
Just like that. Mike didn't matter.
Yep, that was one of those days. And so that's when I learned real quick about priority A's and B assets and things like that. But yeah, so when you talk about the guards and things, I got way on a story there. But that's why. That's when that plane left station, it upgraded its security status.
Well, and the cool thing about it, too, when we take the kids out there, they're picking up memories of who knows what. Mm-hmm. Whether it was a food truck or whether it was a plane or whether it was the smell or the tarmac or what, you name it, there you never know. And there's 450 different memories that are going to go home and literally grow wings and do whatever it is that they're going to go do. But
I'm excited that they get to go out there and be a part of it and see all that. And I hope, and the cool thing about this, because it's different than an air show, this is an air race. And so I imagine there'll be some point they'll get to go and talk to the actual pilots and mechanics and see the little prop planes and get up close and personal with them and all that too. And you'll get to do that
when they do the pits. So they let us go through the pits.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool last year too. It was a pretty good walk for us to do that. And that part of that was by design, I think. But
and air shows can't be little.
No.
Airplanes need a lot of room, so it means by default you're walking a lot.
That's very true. A few things real quick from last night. We honored Joaquin Sanchez. He was the our winner for our New Mexico School Boards Association scholarship, won a $1,000 scholarship.
Congrats. Cool.
Joaquin's headed over to Texas Tech. We're looking for great things from him. He's a Goddard grad.
Is he going to be is his degrees in arts and things? Is he pursuing an art?
Finance. I believe it's finance.
Smart.
Oh yes.
Learn to sell that art.
Yes. I got tickled. I say Joaquin comes from a blended family because his mom's a Goddard grad and his dad's a Roswell High grad. Neat kid. Very deserving. Yeah, very deserving.
So those Friday nights had to get that split shirt depending on it.
Not for the basketball games. No, those all pretty solid.
That's cool.
Honored Christine Lesoto. She was a Leap of Excellence Award winner. So 100 plus candidates from it's a training program for our teachers.
Okay.
And Christine was one of 8 people that won this award over the state of New Mexico. So we're super proud of her. She works out at Early College. Then, like I said, had an opportunity to honor the Goddard High School Skills USA team on their nationals trip. And it's interesting because when the first group of kids that came back from nationals, and they started talking about it, you're just like, oh my gosh. And they get to do that. And now we're probably in about like year 5, 6 on some of this stuff. And you're just like, that's you again?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's me again. And this year I was this, and I was 8th in the nation this year. And you're just like, oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
But
what's the kind of skills they're competing against?
Well, they've got robotics. They've got cybersecurity.
I know it was like STEM stuff, but I wasn't really sure exactly what it was.
Well, and then it's a lot of different ones. We'll have to get you guys some footage of some of the competitions.
Okay.
One of them up in Albuquerque that I watched, they kids walk up and they've got lumber, and they're like, okay, you need to build this shed and you need to do it by tomorrow.
So it's like a whole
it's just lots of different competitions, and then we have the group from Roswell High.
We should call it the MacGyvers.
I tell you what, I could put a group together that would be able to do just about anything.
Yeah, we'll call it the MacGyver competition.
Just about anything.
You have to look that up, kids, if you know the MacGyver reference. You had 2 generations of it.
Two?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's the good one, and then that second one.
Yeah, no kidding. One other thing, just real quick, I want to make sure that I get to. So we have started our process. Nancy Lopez, building number 1.
Yes.
We have not owned that building for over a year.
Yeah, that was the part of the swap.
That was part of the swap, and we rented it. And so our goal this summer was we want to get it good and clean on the outside and on the inside.
Sure.
And want to be able to hand it over to the state as far as like, hey, we're done.
As good as condition as we had it. We got it.
And it's interesting because it got to looking a little rough the other day. I won't lie, and I'm not proud of it, but. I understand why it did, and we got it cleaned up. But it's liable to get to looking rough again before we get a rain. Poof, we'd show up out of nowhere and that kind of a deal. But we'll we'll do what we can, but as far as hopefully within the next 20, 30 days.
Is there any timeline on when they're actually going to do something with the building?
I don't know.
Yeah,
like I said, that was going to be above my pay grade.
Yeah, I kind of figured, but I didn't know if you just heard anything.
I haven't yet.
Yeah.
We have a walkthrough scheduled. I believe it's either next week or the week after, where we're going to go through with the state and hand it over. But looking forward to that, and looking forward to them being able to do the great things that they're fixing to be able to do. But we'll still fill the calls, but it's not ours. So we'll.
But people are going to look at it that way until
for a while,
until it changes to whatever it's going to be next.
Until it's not. But
well, I imagine, and obviously city, county, and all that are probably going to do their thing as they step up patrols and do all the things that they would normally do when these kinds of abandoned, places that are in transition or whatever you say happen, and keep the riffraff and things from turning it into a. What happens when these things.
True, and I'll be honest, I'm super excited as far as what are they fixing to do with what's coming.
Yeah,
they are. It's a gold mine right now as far as an untapped resource.
Sure,
it could be anything from local to state to regional.
Mm-hmm.
As far as
it's got a lot of potential.
Does it? And a lot of it's how's it marketed.
And I'm thinking this back when the swaps were talking. This is why they said, look, we got just because it doesn't work for the school doesn't mean there's not real value.
Right.
Here, you know what I mean? And so it's cool. So but it's all exciting. It's to be honest. It feels like a 20-year journey that September is really going to be the celebration of a 20-year journey. Here is when Nancy Lopez is here, and we're ribbon cutting or officially christening the school here, so to speak.
Well, and then we've got Mountain View lining up, ready to go. Our design phase is complete. We're getting ready to go up to get the design approved, and it's a process. And unfortunately, before their meetings were every 30 days, once a month.
Mm-hmm.
Now they push them to like once every 45 days. So there's a time frame out there that it's like almost a 2-month layover, and it's rough because I'd like to see it going too.
And I get it, people, but all I can say is this. As a guy, again, and I say this 100 times, I'm not native here, but in the 25 years that I've lived here, the school system, as far as physical amenities, are night and day different than they were. We unfortunately, because of the years of being a retirement community and not a lot of, it hurt our facilities at the schools. The swamp coolers, the buildings. There were some pretty rough buildings going on in the years. But so the years of the trailers and upgrades and all that, we're almost done with all that as far as getting it to where they should be. We're we're in like the last phases of it. And now, granted, once it's done, now it's back to the drawing board and starting the cycle over again. But that's, trust me, because of, and I'm not placing blame or whatever, it's just the things that happened. There was a time where our schools weren't getting the attention they needed.
Well,
and the last 25 years I've been here, it is like when I saw my wife's classrooms and things at the beginning to what they are now, it's amazing difference here.
Well, you go Mountain View, Washington Avenue, Goddard, Roswell.
Mm.
And that's going to get interesting.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other day. But but the other piece to it right now, though, is and I remember the very first meeting that I went to with some of our building facility people. You have to start these things early because, you're going to be pushing close to Roswell High, 75 years old.
Yeah.
And that's pretty old for a building as far as, how many thousands of kids have walked through that building in that amount of time.
And just think of it from this perspective. How we educate children today is not the same in how we did 75 years ago.
No.
And that facility doesn't necessarily meet all those needs for today.
Yeah.
And that's the big crux here is we gotta update this stuff. And it takes time, takes money, but when you get a building 70 years old, like I love the downtown office and I love walking in there and loving that nostalgia, but as an education, like a school, it'd be really hard to pull it off.
It's extremely difficult to run your electrical cable.
Sure.
And we were very blessed, thank you, COVID, as far as our heating and cooling system that goes. We were running with old steam pipes.
Sure.
up until 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and thank you to our taxpayers. Thank you to our legislators. Again, thank you, oil and gas, because that's how we've been able to fund this. When we sign on the dotted line, we're done at brand new Nancy Lopez. We're not going to owe a dime on that building.
Yeah.
The taxpayers don't owe a dime. I mean, we are paid for lock, stock, and bagel.
Yeah.
And
that's an amazing feat.
Well, and within not even half a mile, two of my newest schools really right there back to back. Very excited about that.
I people that are, if you're having issues with some of that, just be patient. It is such a big improvement and it's so much better. And you just gotta let the opportunities happen. They are doing everything in the right direction, but it takes time. It just takes a lot of time, and when it comes, I don't care how much money you got, I don't care how much power you got. Construction's going to happen. How construction's going to happen, because there's so many elements that you have zero control of and all that stuff. And so,
the cool thing for Mountain View, if you go out there today and drive to the end of the road where it dead ends, and envision in your head. The road that comes in from the south to make a 90, and the school will be back over on that road, and it's going to be so cool.
Cool.
I'm super excited. We had a very generous person do a land donation for that.
Oh, nice.
And that took a little bit of time. Well, it took a lot of time to get all of that legally done, but
that's great.
We're excited. We're super excited about that.
Well, maybe I know how people like to stay on the DL on their. People say DL anymore on there being nominated for things or anything, but maybe there's opportunities to honor these people publicly.
Might be.
We're almost out of time. Is there anything we wanted to mention that I got a sidebar on or sidetrack?
No, I tell you what, I'm good. We're getting ready for a good back to school. Please slow down.
The lights will be coming up here before you know it. Getting good practice now, and
and you know where they're at as far as we haven't moved in. I think there might be one new one placed because of the Nancy Lopez situation.
Yeah.
But really and truly, just thank you and slow down, pay attention, be courteous. If you're new taking a child to school, just listen. They'll tell you. I say they'll tell you where to go.
Every school has their procedures, and if you stick to them, first day, but after day 10 or 12, you better be down with us, and the parents will kind of police each other a little bit on that.
You know what? There's no reason to get wound up.
Sure,
not early. Let's try something different.
We
this
will
year
all get to school. We all get about our day. If everyone just takes a breath, and we'll do it, just patience, and it gets through. It'll work. It'll be a cluster for a few days, but everyone will figure it out, and it'll.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's no. When did you ever start a first day of school anywhere in your life and it not be crazy? I don't care if it was elementary school, middle school, high school, college. Yeah. It was like, I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. It's just that. It's always like that.
Well, if we're still doing that in October, we got a problem.
Exactly.
But a little bit there in the first, and it's not a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you as always.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you here next time, if not sooner.
Yes, sir.
All right, it is 8:59. Let's pause for a quick break before news. Don't go away.
Summer adventures in New Mexico can lead to unexpected injuries or conditions. Artesia General Hospital and our skilled general surgeons remind you, take steps to avoid surgery while traveling and enjoy outdoor family time. Lift heavy coolers and luggage properly to prevent hernias. Practice safe food handling at picnics to avoid severe infections. Wear protective gear during activities. Clean cuts thoroughly, and don't ignore persistent abdominal pain, swelling, or unusual symptoms. Prevention is best, but if surgery is needed, whether for appendicitis, gallbladder issues, or trauma, our experienced team is here. Dr. Michael Mann, MD, and Dr. Shiamo Pansaria provide compassionate, expert general surgery care right here at home. For advanced surgical services you can trust, choose Artesia General Hospital. Artesia General Hospital. Healthy summers start here with surgical excellence when you need it.
Near the Mexican border. Flash flood warnings are in effect, and the Texas governor has issued disaster declarations for dozens of counties in Kerr County, where catastrophic flooding last year killed more than 100 people. Officials say they're in contact with summer camps that are at risk. There have been no reports of deaths or injuries. The National Weather Service says as much as 20 inches may fall. The U.S. has reimposed a blockade on Iran after Tehran's attacks on ships in the Strait of Hormuz. The blockade comes at a critical time.
All of this comes as the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow mouth of the Persian Gulf through which about a fifth of all crude oil and natural gas traded, once passed in peacetime, has become the key issue over trying to end the Iran war. And as these attacks on ships have continued, and as U.S. airstrikes have gone on against Iran for days, and Iran has retaliated against Middle East allies of America, this has really called into question whether or not there will be any sort of permanent end to the Iran war.
Correspondent John Gambrell reporting from Dubai, United Arab Emirates. A call for more protection amid dangerous times for judges around the country.
Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett has told lawmakers that a sharp increase in threats targeting her and other justices is increasingly encroaching on their personal and family lives. Barrett, along with liberal Justice Elena Kagan, testified to Congress on Tuesday, a rare event for members of the High Court. With violence and intimidation on the rise nationwide, the justices are seeking millions of dollars to enhance security to help keep judges safe across the country. Bob Agnew reporting.
More on these stories from townhall.com.
Let me ask you a question. Are you carrying a balance on a credit card right now? If you are, you're paying somewhere around 24% interest. Wow, 24%. That's not a loan, that's punishment. Meanwhile, you're sitting on a house full of equity at a fraction of that rate. The math is insane, and the credit card companies are counting on you not adding it up. Fellowship Home Loans does the math. For over 20 years now, Mike and Brian have helped families consolidate that high-interest credit card debt into their mortgage and start keeping the money they've been bleeding out every month. Everything is done in-house. One roof, one team, all with a servant-led mentality, people who know your name and treat you like family. Break up with your credit card. Go to fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, fellowshiphomeloans.com/Mike G, or call 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-MIKE, 800-510-6453. Ask for your free mortgage checkup. Fellowship Home Loans, mortgage lending by the book.
Nationwide Mortgage Bankers, DBA Fellowship Home Loans, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 819382.
A prominent elderly American shot and killed in the Philippines, and authorities not for certain what the motive may have been in this case. Officials do say that an investigation is underway. The update from correspondent Lisa Dwyer.
An American marine biologist was shot and killed by three men who barged into his house in the central Philippines over the weekend. 73-year-old Kent Carpenter was at home with his companion Sunday night when three men with covered faces forced their way in. Carpenter's companion says one drew a gun and shot Carpenter, killing him instantly. They fled with a laptop, cash, and a backpack. Silliman University says Carpenter was an exceptional scientist who had collaborated with the university on marine research work and studies since 1976. Police are trying to determine a motive for the killing. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
News and analysis at townhall.com. The Writers Guild of America has become the latest group to challenge Paramount's $81 billion acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery. It filed a lawsuit Tuesday that seeks to block the merger on the grounds it would cause specific harm to movie and TV writers in the U.S. The complaint arrived today after 12 states filed their own lawsuit seeking to halt the transaction. Astronomers have found a sweet spot in space.
Molecular clouds where stars and planets are forming.
Astrophysicist Ezaskin Jimenez Serra with the Spanish Astrobiology Center says they're essential ingredients to the origin of life.
Because they represent the backbone of RNA and DNA.
The sugar's called erythrulose.
They can be found in raspberries and in other red fruits.
The results published this week in the journal Nature Astronomy. I'm Ben Thomas.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder, and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3
Tres inviernos
of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, welcome.
It is pretty nice out. It's sunny, mid-70s right now.
It's a beautiful morning.
I just realized last night a new thing just showed up on Netflix, and I've got something to watch for a little bit. I have stuff, but now I got a new thing.
Plenty.
The new season of Netflix's Quarterback is up now. It came out the other day or whatever it is, and it's I think they're in like third season now. And what they do, if you've never watched it, think of Hard Knocks, but this is like, instead of like following a team during a summer training or what anything that kind of
Specifically
stuff.
follows.
It follows a couple quarterbacks.
Okay.
Like the first season, it followed, I think, like Marcus Mariota, and I don't even remember. It was like 4 different quarterbacks. Like Kirk Cousins, I think, was one of them. Now they're on the third season, and my boy Jaden Daniels is one of the 4 quarterbacks. I think it's him and who else is on there? Tampa Bay Bucks quarterback, and I can't remember. But anyway, the show it basically follows them around Hard Knock style during the regular season last year. So, unfortunately, the year they picked Jaden Daniels is the year that he got hurt, and also so I don't know how much of him is in this. Is going to be is featured,
right?
But because I'm like, shoot, if they did a year before his rookie year, of course they wouldn't have done his rookie year.
But that would have been.
I'm almost hoping they follow him this year too, because I'm like, I think this year's going to be way better episode of quarterback for Jaden Daniels than last year was. That's just going to be my hunch on that. So, but it's Baker Mayfield's one of them. I can't remember the other 2 quarterbacks. It's Baker Mayfield. It's Jaden Daniels. Oh, who are the other 2? I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this specific thing.
Yeah.
I was watching this. I was watching this thing on YouTube yesterday. It was about local commercials, talking about different places, local commercials.
Yeah.
And there was this, I think it was called Capital Motors.
Okay.
But there's this like car dealership, and they're notorious for using football players in their commercials. And I think they're in the Virginia area because they were using like Redskins players for their commercials.
Okay. It vaguely sounds familiar when you're saying
like there's one, they did one with Gilbert Gottfried. They did one with, what was your boy back in the day? Doggone it. What was the
comedian or
no quarterback from the Redskins?
Joe Theismann, Mark Rippon, Doug Williams. Before
the most recent one we've had. No, I'm sorry. It was Kirk Cousins was on there.
Oh, Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
okay.
Kirk Cousins has done it. It's several other.
Easton Motors?
I think it was Easton Motors.
Easton Motors. Yeah, they've notoriously used the Redskins for years. Easton Motors.
Okay. Because I was trying to find like it was this series
Santana
of
Moss
local
was one of their big ones for a while. Yeah, Easton. Yeah, they're all kind of cheesy, if I remember right.
Well, and then there was this other
one. They play them on the DC area TV local commercials and on the internet, like in their.
And that's what a lot of people were calling in. They were talking about like Crazy Dan's was one that they were talking about.
And to be honest, that was more after I left New Mexico, for New Mexico. I think that started up in the 90s, like mid 90s, and I was kind of leaving the DC area by then. So
okay,
yeah, I was out of the DC area by like 95, 96. So yeah,
okay. But it's just when you started talking about that quarterback, that commercial triggered my head. I'm like,
yeah.
I wonder if Mike spent
I think
time
it's
there.
Eastern or Easton Motors.
I think
can't
you're
remember
right. Easton with T-O-N.
Yeah, I think it's Easton Motors, and yeah,
that's off topic. But yeah, that's so the third season then started is underway.
It's they throw the whole season up.
Yeah.
So there's
that's right.
7 episodes of it up there right now.
Binge
so
the whole doggone
Yeah,
thing?
so I'm going to be checking that out. But like I said, I'm like, man, I get my boy in there, and it's this season. Now, I'm hoping there's going to be many to come, and we're not RG3 in this, and he's done after a year. But, I'm a Redskins fan after all, and I've been lured before.
I've learned to deal with disappointment.
Is our guest here?
I've not seen. Usually Gary's walks in, so I.
Yeah. Nothing? Okay. All right. Well, we'll chit-chat. We'll give him a few more minutes.
We do have a snack.
I did chit-chat. Oh, yeah. The Oreos.
Yeah. We got
yes, please. Let's snack it up.
Okay, so these are the limited edition. You've probably seen them in the stores. BTS.
Yeah.
Oreos.
Not back to school.
Not back to school.
The band.
The I don't know what it stands for. Bind, torture.
Back to school.
Bind, torture, seduce.
It stands for back to school.
Because BTK was bind, torture. Yeah. So
beat, torture, kill.
Bind, torture.
Was it bind or beat?
Huh? No, bind.
Okay.
Yeah, because he bound
beat.
his victims first. So
okay.
Bind them, torture them,
well, that's
and
not
then
so bad then.
Seduce them.
There you go.
So these are, I guess, purple. I haven't opened it yet, but it says that they're brown sugar pancake flavored.
Okay.
Now, if I'm not mistaken,
I like those things.
The Korean brown sugar pancake is like this. Those big wobbly, I heard a door.
Yeah.
Those big kind of wobbly cakes that you see on the internet and stuff.
Right.
I think it's one of those. Nice. Well, actually, glad you're here because we have 4 of these and now there's 4 of us.
You want to try an Oreo?
So these are the brown sugar pancake flavored Oreos. I was able to secure a 4-pack. Literally this morning, I was getting my drinks and stuff for the show, and I'm like, oh, that's right, I forgot. I have to get these.
I ain't gonna lie. If you have a Korean girlfriend, you should call her Korean brown sugar. That's a pretty solid name.
God.
Where's my Korean brown sugar? That's a pretty good nickname.
I'm not even opening it. Just
smell it.
Smell of that. That gave me diabetes just from the sniff. That's some strong smelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
It smells like an Oreo though, but it's just
Very
like on steroids.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's knocked up a notch or two. So,
all right. Jocelyn, you gonna get a?
There's 4 of these, and there's 4 of us. So I figured one for.
You get it on
our
brown sugar pancake, Korean brown sugar pancake.
Now, I'm not
Oreo.
sure how they make these choices, but of all bands or whatever, BTS seems like an odd choice. They also said each of these cookies has a different design on the front. So, oh, nice. Some of these are just regular Oreos.
They are purple.
They are. I'm going to go with Leads to Us. That's the one I'm going to pick. I'll pass this over to Gary.
Yeah.
So Leads to. I'm not sure if that's a.
Just
that's
give me whatever's left over.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
We may have to flip them over for
I think those 2 are. Yeah.
There we go.
It's a guitar or something.
Guitar.
Every twist or
Sitar.
thermometer.
All right. So I'll take.
He's going with the twist. All right.
All right.
So I'm just gonna, since it's wobbly because it's an uneven frosting, but I'm just opening it, and you can see there's 2 different kinds of frosting.
Wait, and you can
there.
see in the frosting flakes of what I'm going to assume is pancake.
It just smells like pure sugar. Okay. Yeah, going in.
I don't know what they're flecks of, but they look delicious.
All right.
Oh my God. Yeah. Just little crunchy bits.
Very good.
That's nice.
That is very good.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy behind the counter said these are real good, so I had kind of a hint.
These are by far my favorite celebrity flavored Oreos.
Oh my God.
That makes sense. Like of all the ones that celebrities have.
It's not
I've never tasted a celebrity, so I'm not sure.
That's what I was say. I didn't. But like
in this line of work, you do. It comes up.
I mean, let me get just.
It's not
cream.
cloyingly sweet. It's not like overly. It's very balanced. Mm.
The cream is like a kind of reminds me of like a gingerbread cookie
It's like
dough or
maple.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a maple.
Like
Yeah.
a maple.
That's probably the
flavor.
pancake.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got goosebumps.
The cookie itself is very crumbly, like crunchy. It's got like it's almost grainy, like a cornmeal-y grainy.
I think that's the flex you were seeing inside the cream is that those crunchy bits you're getting. It's almost like granulated sugar.
It's actually in the cracker.
Oh, is it in the cookie?
Yeah, it's in the cookie itself. Because I take the cream and then eat the cookie second, and that crackle or crunch or whatever's in the cookie too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is pretty doggone good. I wasn't about to get a whole pack of those.
I need to see the front of that package.
Yeah.
It's got some Korean on it. I think it just says the same thing that it says in English, which is brown sugar pancake.
Brown sugar pancake flavor cream.
Yeah, it's got a granular taste.
And I've never seen a purple Oreo before, so that's fun.
Well, it does taste. It tastes nothing like grape or anything purple related.
What's that Jeff Dunham character? That's the purple.
Oh yeah. What the heck is his name?
Jelly Bean or something?
I've seen like 8 million of that show, and for the life of me, his name is just.
You're going to be mid-interview, and it's just going to come to you.
Yeah.
Bort!
I keep want to say like Nugget or something. Dang. Anyway, we will move on.
Yeah.
I'm going to be.
That was pretty good.
That's a 10, man. You are going to get diabetes if you eat a whole sleeve of them bad boys, but it's good. I'm not going to lie. You need to get some like ice. Peanut. Thank you. Peanut. That's the name of it. Oh, that would confuse people if you called it peanut.
And I've noticed that of the last several Oreos we've had, if you had some milk to go with that, that'd be a much more enjoyable experience.
All I'm saying is,
I have cream with my coffee.
There you go.
Ice cream, chocolate syrup, crumble a bunch of that stuff and throw it on there.
Yep.
I'm down. I'm down with that party.
That was enjoyable.
Gary Thrine's going to join us from the Roswell Chamber, hence the other voice. I've been working on my ventriloquism. He's here.
He's working on his peanut.
How does he talk and eat and sound like Gary Thrine all at the same time? Ladies. But anyway.
I get more people all the time that say, you know what? You really do have a radio voice. And when we hear you on the mic in the morning show, it just comes through even better.
I get people, it's like, yeah, you do have a voice for radio. I was like, yeah, and a face for one too. But that's kind of, I think I don't, but people do. So I just say thank you and move on. It is 7:18. Let us pause for weather. Quick commercial break. I'm not 7:18, 9:18. We'll get there. I'm all hopped up on the sugar. Let's do this. Let's pause for a quick commercial break, and then Gary will join us officially from the Roswell Chamber on the other side. Give us an update there. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Some sun and a few clouds today. A little bit of moist air getting in, so we could get a shower or thunderstorm in the midday and afternoon hours. Overnight, some clouds, and we're in the mid-60s. We'll have sunshine in the morning on Thursday, scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms, and we're looking at upper 80s. A little bit better chance of those afternoon storms popping up on Friday, upper 80s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Spring is here, and Fulkerson has a few spring HVAC tips to help you get ready. Check for uneven temperatures from room to room. Replace your filter and pay attention to sounds that your unit makes. A professional spring checkup helps catch these issues early. And with the Right Fit membership from Fulkerson, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual maintenance and a reduced dispatch fee, even in the middle of the night. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
It's almost time for the 90th Annual Lee County Fair and Rodeo, July the 31st to August the 8th in Lovington, New Mexico. And get ready for the hottest entertainment in the Southwest. July 31st, the Hispanic Heritage Celebration with Keith Nieto, Conjunto Rio Grande, and Mi Banda El Mexicano. August the 4th, after PRCA Extreme Bulls, it's the Logan Ryan Band and Baker Blankenship. Wednesday, August the 5th, Faith and Family Night with Crowder. August the 6th, Tough Enough to Wear Pink with Ernest. August the 7th, celebrate America's heroes with John Morgan and Chase Wright. August the 8th, Volunteer Appreciation Night featuring Old Dominion. The Lee County Fair and Rodeo, July the 31st through August the 8th in Lovington, New Mexico. For tickets and info, go to leecountyfair.net. Hats off to 90 years.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The catfish has over 27,000 taste buds. Do you think they prefer fried or blackened? Here's Mike Winters.
Oop, let me turn on the button. And good morning. It is 21 minutes after 9 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning, now officially, Gary Thrine with the Roswell Chamber of Commerce. Good morning, Gary.
Morning, Mike.
How are you doing? Of course, you do have a lot of patriotic clothing. I said that would have been a perfect outfit for on the 4th, but you probably have like 3 or 4 other shirts and apparel that equally will fit that bill.
I actually did wear this on the 4th.
Oh, okay, good. This was your official 4th outfit.
This was
good
mine.
deal.
And when you see my signature block from the chamber and integrity payments, I've changed it to the picture of me wearing this stuff.
Very cool.
So.
Well, happy Patriotic Wednesday to you.
Absolutely. Every day's a patriotic day.
Absolutely. But, of course, Chamber's been busy. We got, as the summer months and going on here, and we've been having quite a few events, lunch and learns, and different ribbon cuttings and things going on over the last couple months, and more on the horizon here, too. So it's been pretty busy.
Absolutely. And I must say, Mike, I'm on the radio today, but I must give a shout out to my wife. It is her birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
And so happy birthday, Melanie.
Happy
I love you very
25th
much.
birthday.
Yes.
At some point, you just hit that. That's what we got. I'm smart. I've been married for 20 plus years. I know the rules.
And she is also dressed patriotically today.
Very cool. So
maybe we can go get some breakfast after
I'm about
this.
to say,
Take
take her out to breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. Take care of the missus today.
Absolutely.
Well, happy birthday. And then everyone else in the family that's listening too, take care.
Yeah. Yes. Grandkids are listening.
That's right.
Grandma
take care of Grandma. Take care of Mama.
Grandpa's going to be on the radio today.
That's right. Take care. It's her day.
So shout out to Boo Boo, Sergeant Major, and Little Me.
Nice. Well, cool. Well, while you guys are celebrating the birthday, there is a lot of other stuff for the community to get involved.
There is. Well, one thing is we've got a lot of construction going on 2nd Street out here. So if you have tried to come by and get into the chamber, I totally get it. Well, we've been there. I've had my sign on the front door because my office is all the way in the back. So I had my sign on the front door, just call me and I'll come let you in.
Yeah.
But if you haven't been able to get into the parking lot, you can always pull into the side parking lot and just ring the bell.
If you come in off 3rd Street and then come down the alley, it's a lot easier that way. And we don't have to avoid all the 2nd Streets.
Or come in Richardson and park on
or come off of Richardson, depending on where you come from. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And my truck is generally parked back in the back. Because my office is
in the back. You see Big Rig pickup
so
back there, he's there.
Yeah, if you see the maroon Ram parked back there, I'm there.
Yep, there he is.
But we've had a busy beginning to July. We had the mural dedication.
And if you haven't seen that yet, it's over at the Visitor Center, and it's beautiful. It's on they've kind of moved it to face the north end of the building there, so you can look at it there. It's really cool.
There was a lot of folks involved with that, and it's a really unique mural because it's not just one painting. It's a collage of a bunch of paintings that make an eagle and a very patriotic the way the paintings are all, with the way they're plugged in there.
It's all part of the Roswell 250 stuff, and they, for months leading up to it, they were having families and children and individuals paint their little tile. And then the artists and everybody collaborated and now made this mural that, like you said, forms the eagle and all that stuff. So it's really impressive.
It really is impressive.
I really hope that's going to be sticking around for a while. I feel like this is going to be something. I got to be honest. I think at some point this thing needs to get moved indoors and protected. And then 20 years from now we get to celebrate this thing because it's that kind of
exactly.
Deal. Yeah, it's something really nice. So.
Right. Say like maybe for the this is the 250th, maybe for the 300th.
Yeah,
they pull it back out.
Exactly. Yeah, or even just keep it on display at a museum somewhere here in town, or at the Historical Society, or wherever, I don't know, but somewhere that it can be seen but protected.
Exactly. Yeah. Protect the art.
Yeah.
But and then we had that was an amazing day for Roswell. That was the beginning of the UFO festival.
Mm-hmm.
So everything went busy weekend last weekend. The chamber was closed for the weekend in celebration of the holiday.
Mm-hmm.
But and then we had to postpone the Simcoe luncheon.
Okay.
Lunch and learn. And this time it was we didn't have enough folks had called in to join the luncheon.
Okay.
And so rather than ordering food for 15 or 25 people, that would all just gone to waste. So we decided to postpone. So that will probably get rescheduled for October, but I will update you that and let you know.
So if you missed out, you'll get a second chance here to, if you're like, I was meaning to sign up for that and I didn't get to. Well, you'll look for us here in a month.
Because that's an excellent opportunity. It was to how to become a WIP provider.
Yeah, this is and to be honest, the information applies to any government type. If you're trying to land a government contract as a small business or business in order to try to become a customer, or basically a client or customer providing a service to the government, there's a protocol you do with it, whether it's WIP or anything else. And don't forget, you're thinking, well, I have nothing to do with nuclear waste disposal or anything like that. But what if you have something to do with copiers or paper or everything they contract that stuff out to the civilians. And if you want to get in on that, that's what this discussion is kind of showing you the key to that door and how to do that. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and he's got a great explanation. He's got a PowerPoint presentation and everything. So we will reschedule that. But in the meantime, we did our grand opening ribbon cutting for Old Barrel Tea Company.
Okay.
302 North Main Street.
Right downtown
and,
here.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah.
All the specialty teas and then they have they've got the oils and all that sorts that you can rub on your wrist.
Yeah. This is way more than
it's a wellness.
Yeah.
It's a tea, health and wellness.
Gotcha.
And
it's more than just.
They have a lot of cool things. They've got great shirts in there.
Nice.
They've got all kinds of stuff going on. So go stop by there and check them out.
Yeah, they're right down, literally, I think, almost
right around the corner here.
Down below us here.
Yeah, right around the corner. 302 North Main.
Yeah.
And go in and check them out.
Yeah.
We have another lunch and learn scheduled for the 21st of July.
Okay.
That is a Tuesday, and that is the McCall Electric. They're going to do a briefing of how your business can sign up to see if they qualify to get new lights.
Upgrade your light
to
LED lighting and all
LED
that.
lights, and so he's going to try and educate all the businesses.
Sure.
So if you have a business, this is not for residential. I'm sorry, folks,
Gotcha.
but it is for business. And he's going to put on a presentation. So come grab a bite to eat and learn how you can upgrade. I mean, we did it at the chamber, and it's just like night and day, literally.
Mm-hmm. And I imagine when you start seeing the electric bill show up every month, it's going to be lower.
And the electric bill's supposed to drop too as well. So I'm kind of excited to see how much of a difference that makes.
And I'm telling you right now, I've got almost all my house LED. I can't remember last time I had to replace a light bulb in my house since I've switched them to LEDs and everything.
Right.
Last one I replaced were they were incandescent bulbs. So
and the conference room and all the offices, the hallways, everything, the bathrooms. Oh my gosh, what a difference that made in the bathrooms.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can actually walk in and see.
Probably, you know what? Let's put the old ones back in. It's too bright in here. I don't want to see that. That's too truth telling.
Exactly. And then immediately following that luncheon, we would invite you to stick around because McCall Electric also joined the chamber.
Oh, great.
And so we're going to do their ribbon cutting.
Oh, great.
We're going to move the tables over, or now that the patio area is all cleaned up and straightened and squared away, if it's not too hot that day, I would like to do the ribbon cutting out there in,
That'd be
in the
delightful.
patio area.
Maybe we get a week like we have this week here.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. This would have been a perfect week to do that.
But you know how it is, Reiner. You plan something, the weather's not going to cooperate.
Right. And then if you hadn't been by the chamber, but we have another new member, Familia Painting. They did a redo or update on our signs.
Oh, great!
And so they kind of the alien theme now,
and they look great too.
And so they look really great, and we're working on. I think Macau Electric is going to square us away to where we have some lights pointing up towards the sign.
Direct them a little bit.
And then I can also go ahead and start putting a flag out on our flagpole in the patio area.
Yeah, once we get a light on it, you can theoretically leave it up 24/7.
Yeah. Because I put a flagpole up in our yard on Flag Day, and then it looks like a little UFO saucer light, it's solar powered light to be at the top of the pole, so that way there's a light shining down on it all night long. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And
although I will now, granted. And I tell folks, if you're going to do your flags and all that, now please, I always ask. I love that people do display flags and stuff. But one of the things I do like is please respect flag code. And if you don't have a light on it, take it down at night. And respect that. Do the respect that if you're going to do it right.
Right.
But that being said, being in the American Legion and knowing on when it comes to 24/7 flags and all that. Southeast New Mexico is a very expensive business to do that, and so be prepared to be buying a lot of replacement flags if you leave it up 24/7.
And contacting the Legion to be able to dispose of
properly
them.
dispose those.
Properly
but
dispose.
Just to
of
give you guys a ballpark, and I know people complain a little bit, and I get it, but it's just when we have the Memory Lawn Cemetery, and we have our POW flag and a big garrison flag, a U.S. size flag. I'm telling you, we have to replace that flag realistically twice a year.
Oh my!
And it costs between $1,500 and $2,000 every time you replace that flag. So that's why it's not getting done as often as we want, because it's quite expensive to do that. So
right.
And trust me, people are like, no, you get the. Trust me, we've got ones that have been hurricane related and whatever and done, and we've come back and repaired them ourselves. Southeast New Mexico wind defeats it every time.
Exactly. So, if you do have a flag, number one, make sure you've got a light on it at night or take it down.
Absolutely.
But also, kind of check it. You walk out your front door, kind of look at it, see if it's getting tattered, and if it is,
absolutely,
please get a hold of the Legion and take it down.
We'll take them off your hands,
and we'll.
Matter of fact, we had a flag retirement ceremony in June, and we've already got a good stack of flags to start another one. So we got plenty of, bring them up, bring our flags, and we'll take care of them for you. So,
but we are doing where it all started is we're doing
with the sign.
We're doing with the sign. But anyway,
and do they do painting too? Like
he does
exterior painting, interior painting kind of stuff. Okay.
Well, exterior, I don't know about interior, but I know he does exterior.
Okay, perfect.
So. But we're going to do his ribbon cutting on Friday the 24th at 1:30 p.m.
Okay.
So come on by and
come see the sign and everything too.
Come see the sign.
See his work and then
meet his. Yep, see his work, and then you can maybe make an appointment to have him come give you a proposal.
Sure.
On taking care of any painting you need done.
Well, and like I was talking about New Mexico wind and all that. Well, guess what? Our sun beats on paint just as bad too. And for folks that don't realize, yes, paint is to make your house look good and all that stuff, but the primary purpose of paint is to protect and seal.
Correct.
If you have wood structures, stone, it's supposed to seal that stuff to keep the out stuff side out and the in stuff side in, along with your. So even if your paint is weathered and things, that's not just decorative. That is a function of it. So to have fresh paint, you're providing a good protection for your building, your structure.
Yep.
So it does serve a
purpose
other than it looks pretty is all
exactly.
I'm saying. Now that just happens to be an ancillary effect. It looks pretty.
Exactly. And then on the 25th, we have another new member. We now have, because we have a feed store south, we have a feed store north, we have a feed store east. Now we're going to have a feed store west.
So no matter where you go, north, east, west, south, you'll find a feed store.
Exactly. And this is 3P Feed Store and Country Market.
Nice.
And they are located at 4510 West 2nd Street, and we will be doing their grand opening on the 25th
Okay.
And ribbon cutting, and it's going to be really exciting. So
now, I know they're businesses, and at the end of the day, they sell the same things. But if there's any way we can get an offshoot, unofficially known as like the feet of the South, the feet of the North, the feet of the East, the feet of the West.
I hadn't thought of that.
But it'd take a little bit of cooperation for them to do that. But that'd be kind of neat.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
But and then we have Bears Lawn Care. They have joined the chamber, and they are taking care of the area around the chamber and doing a really great job. And so, and that's why that back patio is all squared away and cleaned up.
And they can do the same for your Homer business.
Exactly. Perfect. Exactly. So that's pretty much the beginning of July.
Okay.
We'll come back in the 1st of August and let you know how the end of July turned out.
Yeah, and preview a little bit of the August on taps here and all that too. So.
But if you don't, if it looks like we're closed, we're not.
Right.
It's just my office is all the way in the back, and so I don't. Sometimes I forget to turn that open sign around on the front door. But I always have my little PDF flyer there.
Generally speaking, if that truck's there on the side, or if you see a couple cars parked in the front there, that means there's somebody there, and if the door's locked, ring the bell.
Yeah, just ring the bell.
Yeah.
But you can always call us. Our office line is 575-623-5695, and my membership cell phone that I carry with me always is 575-626-4008. In fact, I got a call this morning. Somebody wanting to turn in a Leadership Roswell packet.
Ooh. By the way, your deadline for that is July the 31st. So if you want to get those in, you can find applications on our chamber website. You can come by.
Big red button right there on the center of the page.
Kind of smacks you in the face there when you open it up. You can also come down to the chamber as well and get a paper copy, I believe, if you need.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But the deadline is the 31st, July. When the chamber closes its doors at 5 p.m. on that 31st, that is your that's it. We take no more. So let it be written. So let it be done. It's over with. So.
Right.
Yep.
And then that website is Roswell, the word spelled out, NM, abbreviation for New Mexico, all together, roswellnm.org.
Yep. If you add a dash and put a .gov, you're going to the city's website. So just
exactly.
roswellnm.org and take you right directly to the chamber.
I had a lot of folks calling and say, I keep ending up on the city website. Well, there's no dash between Roswell and NM.
Yeah. And they're .gov.
We are .org.
Yeah. Now, don't be said, there's a lot of good information there, and I highly recommend it if you're a City of Roswell resident. You can pay your water bill in there if you didn't know that.
Right.
You can actually go online and pay your water bill and all that stuff. So.
Exactly. That's the way I pay my water bill.
Not to mention the library, all the resources of the city is there. It's a good website, but if you're looking for chamber stuff, you'll not find it there. So.
Right, exactly.
And, of course, you can always follow the Roswell Chamber's social media accounts. We are big on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Correct.
Those are our three biggies. And then, and of course, if you are a business that is looking to establish and have not a member of the chamber, regardless of what your level of business is, we can help you. If you're a mom and pop small businesses, we got resources to help you. And besides your business really is the needs of what the chamber can do for you. Like your small businesses that don't have HR departments and marketing budgets, and sometimes it's just you and maybe one other, and you may or may not have a storefront, whatever that is, we can help you immensely to help that stuff. If you're a kind of a established business in town with your brick and mortar, we can help you expand that, utilize other services of advertising and things. And of course, if you are a major corporation, your Walmarts and McDonald's and Sam's Clubs and all that's of the world, your goals are always trying to connect with the community, and the chamber can help you do that too. And so, where your name brings a certain business to town and everyone knows, but if you're trying to kind of connect with the community in ways and get involved, the chamber can help you do that too. So regardless of where your business is at, whether you're a Fortune 500 company or literally starting this out of your garage, we can help you do it.
Absolutely. My mission is to get customers in your front door.
Absolutely. So call the chamber, come by, visit, come out to one of our ribbon cutting events or after hours. That's a great way to mingle and meet people. If you're interested in becoming a Redco, we're always looking for volunteers there too.
That's a great, to have one or two of your staff or you, the owner, be a Redcoat. I know you don't have a lot of time, but we we don't have 100 events a month. So if you'd like to become a Redcoat and represent your company, it's a great way to have somebody on our Redcoats to represent you and be a voice for your company out there at all these ribbon cuttings and business after hours.
Absolutely, and they're kind of organized like squads. So not one person's doing all.
Right. I have two teams of Redcoats. So I'm working on getting it up to 3 because we have had to split and go in 2 different directions at the same time before, and that's a reason for having.
And I want to imagine some events are bigger than others, and you're like, I only need one team. But then if it's a bigger thing, no, we need all hands on deck, both teams, 3 teams, whatever it is we need. So sometimes it's that.
Right.
But like ideally saying when you have like a 2 o'clock on a Thursday ribbon cutting, we're not available. So this team they're available for the daytime ones during the week, where you guys focus more on the weekend ones or whatever, or after hour ones or whatever. That you guys organize it that way to help. But the more people that sign up, the more we can kind of flexibility on that. Exactly. So
please give us a little bit of notice. We can jump through our 4th point of contact and put ribbon cutting together quickly, but we like to have a little bit of notice because my Redcoats have to apply for time off from their bosses to come support the event. So I like to give them plenty of notice that it's coming up.
But it's a great opportunity if you're new to town or been to town, and I always say, and I don't say jokingly, I say meaningfully, they're by far the class of the Roswell Chamber of Commerce is our Redcoats, and people see those folks, they know exactly something's happening, and it's a great to be a Redcoat. It is a great opportunity to network yourself, your business, just learn about the community, because you are an ambassador, but you also learn about the new people and learn about that too.
Exactly.
And it's a twofold job a little bit here too. So, but if you're interested, please reach out to Gary, reach out to the chamber. Let's start the process here and get you fitted for your coat and out and about on this thing.
Right.
So.
Right.
Good deal. Is there anything else you missed, Gary?
I don't think so, Mike. We've had a busy beginning of July, and I'm looking forward to the end of July here. We've got a few ribbon cuttings and a lunch and learn. Again, please reach out to me if you're a business owner. It's free to business owners, and I want to feed you and show you how you can get your lights changed out.
And conversely, if you're a business that wants to provide or do like a public, and these lunch and learns are different. Like everything could be for tips for small business groups, to be just even more generalized, offering your services for the public. If you're in healthcare and bringing in new services and something and want to get the word out to the public about that, perhaps a lunch and learn's a way to do that. So reach out.
It's a great way to educate folks of what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So please call Gary, call the chamber, and let's see if we can see if this is a good fit for you. So and it's a really cool deal. And or business after hours. If we do those, if we get some of those on our usually they're on Thursdays for some reason.
Yeah, Thursdays is when we like to have those.
So if you're ready to have ones, and that's where basically. The community comes to you and comes to your business. Like if we do business after and you don't have a business, then we'll do them in the chambers, kind of like you do.
Exactly.
But normally, if you have a brick and mortar business or something like you're a restaurant or a healthcare place or a bank or something like that, you kind of host a little meet and greet shindig, and it'll be and it's usually like a 5:30 to about 7. You're done or so there, and then
5:30 to 6:45.
Yeah. And then basically it's a chance for you to show off the business a little bit. They kind of make it a mingle event, depending. Each one's different. Some will have food and drinks. They usually all have food and some kind of drinks. Usually they do door prizes and things. They always, the chamber has a tradition where if you bring $1 in a business card, and we kind of do a pot deal, and then they'll draw a card out at the end, and that lucky person wins the cash and all the business card connections.
Exactly.
But depending on how many people there, you can win like $100, depending if there's a lot of people there sometimes.
I won one time,
and
it was like $70, and so I was, there were 70 cards to go follow up and network with afterwards, and then $70 to take my wife out to dinner.
That's right. It's a little win-win, but it's a great chance to meet people, meet local. Those business are a great opportunity to showcase your business, but also kind of network into the community here too. So
exactly,
if your business thinking that might be a good opportunity is to host something like that, reach out to the chamber. Let's see how we can help you do that. So good deal. Well, Gary, I know you probably got a few phone calls and fires to stomp out back to the office, so we'll let you go handle that. And stay. It's probably pretty nice this week, with the weather being as it is. And, chamber, some of the air conditioning's working real well, some is not. So depending on where you're standing in the building, it's either really nice or really not. So
I can say my office is really nice.
You're one of the really nice ones. Good. But, very good. Well, thank you, Gary. We'll see you next time. Here.
All right. Thank you, Mike. And happy birthday, Melanie.
Happy birthday. Take care of grandma, wife, mom, whoever it is. Make sure she feels special today. So good deal. Thank you, Gary.
Okay.
All right. It is 9:45. Let's pause for news, Hannity update, and quick break and all that before they kick me off the radio. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. Heavy smoke from several large wildfires blazing in Canada and Minnesota expected to engulf large swaths of the Midwest and Northeast U.S. this week, exposing millions of people to dangerous air pollution. Heavy downpours in South Texas washed out highways, stranded motorists Tuesday, and are continuing. The storms dumping up to a foot of rain in some rural areas of Texas, shutting down portions of a busy highway for hours near Uvalde. That's about 80 miles west of San Antonio. There were no deaths or injuries reported. President Trump welcomed the new Iraqi Prime Minister Ali al-Zaidi to the White House Tuesday. Iraqi officials say a new oil pipeline deal is expected to be announced later this week. This is SRN News.
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
I'm not doing this because I have something to prove. We have the biggest radio show by far in the country, 750 or 60 affiliates, Sirius XM. We podcast this radio show. We're very proud of its success. We're grateful to all of you for making it happen. I don't come on the air and waste your time bragging about the impact that this radio show continues to have, but I am grateful because it's a dream come true for me. And the same with the TV show. And, now in October, I will begin my 31st year on the Fox News Channel. And all of you that tune in made that happen. All of you that tune into this radio show made that happen. I never forget that. I always try to remember that and try to do the best job I can.
The Conservative Underground meets later today on the Sean Hannity Show.
I hope you'll join the hundreds of thousands of people who choose confidence over uncertainty. Now more families are turning to Byrna, the world leader in the less lethal personal defense category, because being prepared, that changes everything. All hand assembled in beautiful Fort Wayne, Indiana. Now their compact launcher is small enough to conceal carry, but powerful enough to help stop any threat from up to 60 feet away. It fires kinetic tear gas pepper rounds that can disable an attacker for up to 40 minutes. Now that gives you distance, time, and the ability to take control of a dangerous situation without resorting to lethal force. You don't need a background check, you don't need a permit, and it's legal in all 50 states, and they'll ship it right to your door. It's trusted by hundreds of law enforcement and government agencies and families across the country. Now, Byrna gives you more than protection. It gives you confidence, control, and the power to stand ready when it matters most. Visit byrna.com or try before you buy at your local Sportsman's Warehouse location.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Some nice accolades for some Goddard and Roswell High softball players as the all-state selections came out recently. We want to congratulate in particular Joreliana Guzman from Goddard, only a sophomore for the Rockets. She was selected first team all-state as the designated player. Listen to these stats, .620 batting average with 13 home runs and 52 RBIs. Now, Marisol Hernandez, her teammate, is a senior for Goddard. She had a really good season, too. She was picked second team in the infield for Class 4A, .434 average with 6 home runs and 29 ribbies. Meanwhile, Roswell High had an all-state selection for 5A. Lillian Lucero, she was picked second team for the infield, a junior with a .476 average. The Sports Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Some sun and a few clouds today. A little bit of moist air getting in, so we could get a shower or thunderstorm in the midday and afternoon hours. Overnight, some clouds, and we're in the mid-60s. We'll have sunshine in the morning on Thursday, scattered afternoon showers and thunderstorms, and we're looking at upper 80s. A little bit better chance of those afternoon storms popping up on Friday, upper 80s. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm John Scott. Technology stocks leading markets higher worldwide as winners of the artificial intelligence boom gather more strength following several shaky weeks. The S&P 500 rose 0.4 early Wednesday and was on track for a fourth gain in 5 days. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and NASDAQ Composite both in positive territory also. Morgan Stanley shares rose 2% in pre-market trading after the bank reported revenue of $21.3 billion in the second quarter, a profit of $5.6 billion, both records. It follows a slew of strong reports from big U.S. banks on Tuesday, with all of them to some degree crediting their trading desks. And for the Wall Street Business Report, I'm John Scott.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas, ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
At Ocotillo Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa, our team is here for you. Nancy Walker, Fallon Moody, and Tialana Watts are family nurse practitioners offering expert care in family practice, pediatrics, women's health, and aesthetics. Nancy also provides advanced hormone therapy for men and women, including hormone pellet implants that help patients feel their best. Plus, meet Brittany Harrell, our skilled nurse injector, offering a full range of aesthetic procedures to help you look and feel confident. Same-day and walk-in patients are always welcome. Visit Ocotillo Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa at 607 West Country Club Road in Roswell. Your family, your health, your beauty, all in one place.
Check out some of the hot summer savings you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Select bags of Multi-Meal breakfast cereals are $3.98 each, and select gallons of Red Diamond iced tea are 2 for $6. In produce, large Hass avocados are 2 for $3, and juicy cantaloupe are $1.99 each. In the meat department, family packs of choice boneless beef bottom round steaks are $5.49 a pound, and whole fryers are only $1.19 a pound. These are just some of the hot summer bargains you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Aha! Now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning. Fergalicious. From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who are you going to call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit? Fergalicious. Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love. Fergalicious.
The technicians at Bob Reed Pest Control have been providing pest management services for over 50 years and will continue to set high standards for their customers. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Everyone at Bob Reed Pest Control are trained and knowledgeable in the latest pest management practices, offering effective treatment plans for each situation. Bob Reed Pest Control. Find them online at at BobReedPestControl.com or call 575-623-5344. That's 575-623-5344. Serving all of Southeast New Mexico. Find them fast in names and numbers.
Hey Roswell, celebrate America's 250th birthday with massive savings and more for your trade during the Red, White, and Blue Book sales event at Roswell Ford. Actually, we really don't need a blue book. We need your trade, and we need it right now. We'll do whatever it takes to terminate your current loan or lease, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, regardless of make, miles, or condition. So you can upgrade to a new Ford or quality pre-owned car, truck, or SUV and get massive savings with no payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. No payments for 90 days. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. After 15 years and over 50,000 cancellations, I can tell you with confidence, we know how to get you out of your timeshare. Call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit guide absolutely free with all your options for cancellation. Attorneys, this was meant to be funny, so please don't sue me, especially my friend Kenneth from Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-500-8585. That's 800-500-8585. 800-500-8585.
Here's Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning than women. That's because men are 6 times more likely to wear a tinfoil hat in a thunderstorm. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. Closing in on 9:57. Got about 2-3 minutes here before they kick me off the radio. If you missed any part of the show, I invite you to check it out at your leisure. Just log on to ksvptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channel. You'll find all of our stuff there. Our guest didn't make it in the 7th, so we replayed our interview we had with the ladies from the Roswell Community Little Theater talking about their Curtains Rising event happening July 25th at the Liberty. In the 8 o'clock hour, we had Superintendent for the Roswell Independent School District, Brian Luck, join us and give us a little bit of update, mostly just about getting ready back to school, just an update on some of the construction, some of the stuff going on there, you know, around the district here in the kind of the non-school portion of the school year, and as they're gearing up here for kids and everything going back to school. So we had a great conversation with him. And then, of course, just a few minutes ago, we had Gary Thrine join us with the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, giving us an update on various events and things happening through the chamber. I do want to remind you that coming up on August 15th and 16th, the Historical Society for Southeast New Mexico is going to be part of the 70th anniversary of the 1956 Lions Hondo Little League World Series Championship team. Yes, we had a team from 1956 go all the way to Williamsport for the Little League World Series team, and they're having a two-day event on the 15th of August at 7:30 p.m. at the Hondo Lions Field, which is at 2758 South Sunset. They're going to do a presentation, a proclamation, and book signing by Dewey Johnson. He's author of the book That'll Be the Day, that chronicles the actual Little League World Series team. And then they're going to have a documentary that was put on by Peter Reddick, and it's called Roswell Where, and it also chronicles the 1956 team. And and that'll be the first screening of that movie, so you can see it there on the 15th, 7:30 p.m. And then Saturday, the 16th, at 2 p.m., back at the Archives facility for the Historical Society on North Lee, they're going to be doing a presentation by author Dewey Johnson talking about the book. And that's a free event. completely come on out, no charge, enjoy both these events. If you have any questions, for more information, call the Historical Society at 575-622-8333. Again, 622-8333, or email historydirector@outlook.com. historydirector@outlook.com. All right, that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for